Suddenly your secondary is competent. It looked good. You replace Carlton Davis. Big blow losing him. You replace him immediately with DJ Reed, who I would argue might even look a little bit better in these early camp practices. Terrion, even though he's been practicing for 2 weeks with a hamstring injury, is clearly taking that year 2 jump that you want to see, and you've got a healthy defensive line right now. Let's see how that carries on. Obviously, Marcus Davenport's always a question, but Aiden Hutchinson, I think we can all agree, looks fantastic.
Let me drill down on that for a second, because Marcus Davenport, obviously, when you mention his name, people are like, yeah, but he's going to get hurt. And I mean, look, it's been an unfortunate part of his career that has become synonymous with Marcus Davenport. But just kind of take us inside practice, because when that dude is right, he wrecks people. And I think that's why they keep going back to him.
I think the Lions, I know the Lions were interested in keeping Zadarius Smith, but not at the price he cost. And when they offered him a lower salary and he said no, and they ended up going a different direction. They ended up re-signing Davenport and re-signing Elquid and Muhammad. And those two fit what they do in terms of power. And that is the name of Marcus Davenport's game, is power. He will bull rush and bully offensive tackles. And what that does is it squeezes the pocket, and it creates an absence of an escape lane. When you can't escape to his side, who's on that other side ready to swallow up the quarterback? It's Aiden Hutchinson. It's a perfect complement to your superstar. Davenport's going to get his own, and you see it. You see the vision. You saw it last year in training camp. You saw it in that first game against the Rams where Davenport had a half sack and was effective. I totally get what the Lions are going for here. And look, yeah, the injuries are going to be a thing that lingers, but that's just part of the game sometimes.
Yeah. So for me, J-Rod, Coach Campbell said that he's looking for guys to perform their fundamentals, their techniques, and the emotional aspect of the game. What do you think he means by the emotional aspect of the game?
I think it's important to stay level when you play this game. You talk about can't let the last play beat you, but you can't also live in the greatness of a great play, right? You have to immediately pop back to the next play. You have to stay consistent. You have to be able to recover from your mistakes. And that, it's often applied to cornerbacks and quarterbacks when we think that way, but it's really everyone. The offensive tackle that you played, if you get beat on a snap, you can't let that snap you were beat on carry you to the next play, or it's going to ruin your game. And so I think that's more than anything. You want to be emotionally high. You want to have high energy throughout the game, but you can't let the last play dictate what the future play, the results of the future play.
Let's get to the keys to the game, brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan. Confidence is key when it comes to your health care coverage. Not so many keys to the game today in terms of winning and losing, but just some things you're looking for in this game, Justin, because for some of these guys that we're going to see today, it's getting late early. They got to really make an impression on this coaching staff. If they already have, continue. If they haven't, better get going.
Well, probably appropriate that it's sponsored by healthcare because you want to stay healthy. That's first and foremost. And, the Lions are... They don't have excessive injuries compared to the rest of the league when you look at it, but they have plenty. They don't need any more. So stay healthy out there. But I'm looking at some of these UDFAs. This team has a long track record of rewarding undrafted guys that win the job. It's a true meritocracy. There's a few out there that have done some really good things this camp. Jackson Meeks, the wide receiver. Ian Kennelly. It's killing me. I cannot get this pronunciation right.
We just got word today that it is Kennelly.
Yeah, I asked him Thursday. I think that's where that correction is coming from. And I know you brought him up before I came on, Keith Cooper. Those are three guys. I could see a world where all three make the roster. They still have work to do. They still have things to prove. They didn't get a big chance in these joint practices because that was about the starters. Those are the guys I'm kind of looking at today.
Coach brought up when we had a chance to talk to him, and this goes back to something you and Lomas were talking about, Gio, and just the fact that his confidence, he's got to be a guy that can put a play behind him. They're still looking to figure out what those backup tackle situations are. Is it Jamarco Jones, Dan Skipper? How does Gio figure in? He's got to go out there and show this coaching staff that he can put together consistency, overcome bad plays, and then be somebody that if they need to call on him, he can.
I think he's taken a clear step forward this year. The way I comped it for somebody last year is he was winning about 50% of his reps as a rookie. And maybe that's generous, but that is clearly unacceptable for an offensive lineman. Right now, it's up to about 75-80%. And again, that's That's not something you can live with as an offensive tackle, but it's progress that he's getting there. I still think he's a year away from being a guy that could contribute. I think that's okay. You knew what you were getting in with the developmental aspect of him, but you can rely on Dan Skipper. You can put a guy like Jamarco Jones on the practice squad and elevate him if you need to in a pinch, but I would be surprised if we see a whole lot of Gio in the regular season this year.
Yeah, I asked Coach Campbell about not playing Tate and Tyleek. And he had good reasons for not to, because he feels that the work they get at practice against who they go against is just as good a work as they would get. What's your thoughts on that? I mean, you're going to have two rookies basically going into a season starting.
Yeah, I think they got the work they needed in the last game.
Okay.
This week, like I said, the joint practices were all about the starters. They got so much work, and Tate, of all the people, looked great. It was a big, big week for him. I think you can rest those guys this week and not feel wrong, because they're going to be an important part of the regular season. You don't want to risk injury to them.
Gee, Raj, how do people get in touch with the Detroit Football Network? You're out there doing work every day.
Super easy. DetroitFootball.net. That's where you'll find me. Content every single day. Every single day.
No days off.
No
days off.
Not between July and February.
Good stuff. Appreciate you, Justin. Justin
Appreciate
Rogers
it,
joining us right
Raj.
there, Detroit Football Network. We'll take a break, come right back, getting closer to kickoff here at Ford Field. This is your home for Detroit Lions football.
From the biggest of the big games to the littlest of the little.
There you go. Go!
Run, James!
No. First base!
Go, go, go! Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support hundreds of local sports teams across the Midwest. From some of the biggest stadiums in the state to the familiar fields down the street. You're helping make a difference to the people and places you call home. Learn more at Meijer.com/community.
I'm Dan Campbell, head coach of the Detroit Lions. Grit, honesty, hustle, these things are important to me. And that's why I partnered with the Bernsteins. They work quickly to make things right after an accident. They do it with compassion and integrity, and they do it for Michigan families like yours. That's why calling Sam is the best call you can make if you're injured in an accident. The Bernsteins, great family, great lawyers. If you're injured in an accident, get the Bernstein Advantage.
Injured? 1-800-CALL-SAM.
For 120 years, Ford has been committed to doing the right thing for America. And we're not going anywhere. That's why Ford assembles more vehicles in the U.S. than any other automaker and employs the most hourly auto workers in the country. That's not a boast, it's a pledge to the Americans who drive our vehicles and the capable people who build them, because our values can't be offshored. We do it for the people who make America. Workers, farmers, first responders, communities. As long as America depends on them, they can depend on us. Ford Motor Company. From America, for America.
Based on S&P Global Mobility Calendar Year 2024 U.S. light vehicle production data. Assembled in the USA with domestic and foreign parts. Based on 2024 year-end hourly employment data.
People can't have access to quality medical care without affordable health insurance. At Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, we understand increasing health insurance costs are becoming more of a strain on the budgets of the businesses and people we serve. Affordability matters. It affects real families, real decisions, and real care. That's why at Blue Cross, we're dedicated to finding solutions. To learn about this critical issue and our efforts to make healthcare affordable for all, visit mibluedaily.com/affordability today.
Across the country, schools are having to cut sports. Kellogg's Frosted Flakes is on a mission to fix that. With a Kellogg's Frosted Flakes box purchased, a $3 donation is sparked by uploading a receipt via missiontiger.com. Thanks to fans coast to coast, students at middle schools nationwide have better access to play sports, and Mission Tiger has created more than 2.3 million play experiences for students and counting. Please go to missiontiger.com to learn more.
No, it's DR Trailer. That's their name.
Yeah, I get it. No need to spell it. Dr. Trailer.
It's DR Trailer Sales. But hey, we don't really care what people call us. Just make sure they call us.
The Detroit Lions pregame show on the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
It is time for your NFL preview segment. It's brought to you by BetMGM, the sportsbook that knows how to treat you right. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Well, you've heard me say the Detroit Lions, if they make it all the way to the Super Bowl without a number 1 seed, they would play the most games of any season of any team in NFL history. That number would be 25. It's our preseason game number 3. It's the rest of the league's preseason week number 2. And we start off with the Jets at the Giants. Rookie first-round pick Jackson Dart, incredibly impressive in his debut last week. Continues to look to endear himself. Might he push Russell Wilson for the overall starting job? Well, he'll get a great test today against one of the best defenses in the league in the New York Jets. If he can look the part there, the pressure starts to build on one dangerous Wilson. Cleveland at Philadelphia. Well, as you know, week 1, Shedeur Sanders stole the story. But Shedeur suffered an oblique injury this week, so in steps Dillon Gabriel. The reports are Dillon has not looked the part in practice, but again, some guys are gamers. Joe Flacco, the assumed starter this year, is going to rest, so it's going to be Dillon Gabriel. It's going to be recently acquired Tyler Huntley against the defending Super Bowl champions today. No word yet on what, if any, starter action the Eagles will bring forward. It's New England at Minnesota as well. Now, J.J. McCarthy is continuing to gear up to be the full-time starter for this team. He has been okay. Grades around the league have been about a C for J.J. McCarthy thus far this season, and he gets to go up against that New England front that could pose some problems for him. But the former Michigan quarterback is simply oozing with confidence at his offensive mates.
I think I'm one of the, most accurate guys out there, and just being able to, take it day to day and, really hone in on just every single throw. It's not just, the ball was completed. It's, did I give him runner's ball? Did I put it on the right pad for him to turn a certain way? So, just being able to really lean into that as one of my strengths is something that I always have to, be extremely hard on every single throw.
Elsewhere, it's the Buccaneers at the Pittsburgh Steelers and Emeka Egbuka. Let me tell you, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers might rival Detroit for the best core of wide receivers in the NFL. The ageless Mike Evans, Chris Godwin back, Emeka Egbuka as well. Logged just 1 catch in the preseason opener, contested for 21 yards. But throughout the week, you're seeing constant highlights from the Buccaneers on just what he's doing to poor defensive backs in the offseason. We'll see if he can step up and have a big game today in preseason game number 2 for Tampa Bay. Arizona is at Denver today. How does Kyler Murray look against this Broncos defense? His deep ball, Kyler Murray's, has been fluttering quite a bit. Marvin Harrison, a bit of an underwhelming rookie campaign as well. So can Kyler Murray bounce back today? It's the Carolina Panthers at the Houston Texans. How does the Texans' backfield look? No Joe Mixon. He's got a foot and ankle injury. Nick Chubb just returned. They've got that veteran backfield, but behind an offensive line that lost Laramie Tunsil, will C.J. Stroud have any running game to support him at all this year? It's Green Bay at Indianapolis. How is Matthew Golden projecting? A pick that Green Bay doesn't typically make, a first-round pick of a wide receiver. Of course, you have Jordan Love recovering from that thumb issue, but if Matthew Golden continues to take steps forward, with Malik Willis throwing him the football today, Green Bay could have a true number 1 for the first time since Devontae Adams. San Francisco at Los Angeles. Ashton Genty was on the milk carton after preseason game number 1. The high Las Vegas Raiders supposed franchise running back, -1 yard on 3 carries. He has a chance to bounce back again today against the 49ers, who certainly opinions vary widely on in the National Football League on what they're going to be this year. How about the Buffalo Bills at the Chicago Bears? How is Caleb Williams doing in Ben Johnson's offense? Up and down thus far in the early going. That part is not unexpected. But he struggled so mightily in the team's in-stadium practice a few weeks ago that former Lions offensive coordinator and new head coach Ben Johnson pulled the entire first-string offense off the field. He didn't play in the preseason opener. People are wondering, why would he not be playing? Why is Joe Burrow able to play and Caleb Williams is not? So is he progressing the way that he should be? I want you to listen here to Ben Johnson's exchange with reporters about Caleb Williams. Let's just say, in my opinion, there are stormy seas in the Windy City.
And you set the 70% completions target for Caleb for the season, but also for practice. How often has he been hitting that? How is he doing on that for training camp?
I don't have the exact number, but we've been underneath that bar, which that happens. We're learning, we're growing. I think early on we were probably 55. It's gotten better as camp has gone on, but we haven't hit that threshold as often as we would like.
Do you have a ballpark of what it's been lately?
I know I have the numbers on my desk, but I have not looked at it, so I gotta take a look at that.
Oh boy. The issue there is that Caleb Williams is a freestyling quarterback in Ben Johnson, who has a very, very structured system. Is that square peg round hole, or can that marriage actually work? And who would be more important to the Bears franchise if it doesn't? Would they hold Caleb Williams in higher priority than Ben Johnson, or would Ben carry the mantle? Other games coming your way today. Baltimore at Dallas. Few starters in line to play there. The Battle of Los Angeles as well. Chargers and the Los Angeles Rams as Matt Stafford continues to recover. Then Sunday, it's Jacksonville at New Orleans. Big question marks as to who ultimately will be the starter in the Big Easy. Kellen Moore's debut campaign. And Cincinnati at Washington on Monday. How much of Jaden Daniels and Joe Burrow will we see? Your NFL preview segment is brought to you by Wallside Windows, Michigan's leader in replacement windows for over 80 years. Coming your way next, it's the two Dans. Dan Miller with Dan Campbell, right here on the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
This is injury attorney David Femininio. When I talk to a client, I understand how one moment has changed their life. I see how badly they need someone to listen to them. That's why we never back down. Get David, get paid isn't a slogan. It's a promise to take care of you. So if you get injured in an accident, you need to call me at 855-65-CRASH or go to my website, getdavidgetpaid.com.
Get ready for the upcoming football season with Moran Chevrolet, a proud sponsor of all training camp coverage on 97.1 theticket.com. It's time to elevate your tailgating game with the 2026 Equinox LT. Lease it for just $295 a month for 36 months with only $999 down. Moran Chevrolet is Michigan's #1 selling Chevy dealer for 2024. Find your ride fast at MoranExpress.com or stop by Gratiot just north of 15 Mile in Clinton Township. Moran Chevrolet, where you always get the best price, period. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Getting more without paying more. That's the smart choice. That's Wallside Windows. Wallside offers no interest, and we're the industry leader with the longest financing options. Whether you're doing just a few windows or the whole house, Wallside makes it easy for you. Start saving now. Get half off every window plus Wallside's exclusive, no interest, extended financing with no down payment. Call 1-800-521-7800 or go to wallside.com.
The best contractors, the best electricians, period. That's what the National Electrical Contractors Association, NECA signatory contractors, and the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, IBEW Local 58, bring to each and every job. Quality work rooted in consistent and ongoing training means you get the most productive contractors with the most productive workforce for your commercial, public, industrial, or residential project. You can count on the NECA IBEW team. Licensed, trained, competent, productive. Visit poweringmichigansfuture.com today. The best contractors, the best electricians, period.
A lot of companies out there advertising BOGO offers on AC and furnaces. Nothing good is free. If you want a fair deal, Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical has you covered 24/7. Locally owned for over 40 years, and they back their work with a 5-year warranty. Mastercraft is your destination for heat, AC, plumbing, and electrical. They'll beat any price. Save up to $2,000 when you bundle a new high-efficiency AC and furnace. Fast installation, same-day service. Visit mastercraftheating.com.
Jack Daniels starts here. From pure cave spring water to the blazing fires that create our signature sugar maple charcoal, where every drop is mellowed until it's smooth Tennessee whiskey. A whiskey we all know by name, made by those who pour everything into their craft. From the only place that can make it, for those who drink it, all over the the world. That's what makes a whiskey like no other. That's what makes Jack, Jack. Please drink responsibly.
Tennessee Whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume. Jack Daniel Distillery, Lynchburg, Tennessee. Jack Daniels and Old No. 7 are registered trademarks. Copyright 2025 Jack Daniels. All rights reserved.
Craving big flavor? Tubby's has the subs you love, and they're stacked high with the good stuff. Try a grilled chicken and cheddar or our famous steak and cheese. Tubby's Sub Shops.
The Detroit Lions pregame show on the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Joined now by Lions head coach Dan Campbell as they get set to go here in the preseason game against the Dolphins, brought to you by Henry Ford Health, the official healthcare provider of the Detroit Lions. Visit henryford.com/teamdocs. All right, Coach, we'll get to this game in a second. These joint practices this week, just thoughts on the work you got in over those 2 days?
Man, valuable work for us. You know, it's so good to be able to face a different opponent other than yourself. You know, we've been going now for almost 4 weeks, and to be able to, finally come together as a team. We're all on the same sideline now, and we're going against somebody else. It was really good work. I thought our fundamentals, our details, I thought the communication showed up, and of course our guys, you know, they were physical, they were tough, they finished.
And it feels like these have kind of become the preseason games for veterans now, because you have the ability to set it up any way you want. Whereas if you play a game, you may not get goal line, you may not get 2 minute, and there's a lot of value in that.
That's exactly right, Dan. We get everything we want. It's our whistle, it's my whistle, and Mike's for that matter on his field. And you do, because you're not guaranteed to get what you just said: goal line, red zone, third and short, backed up. So we got all of that. It was, under controlled environment, and it was great work.
We won't see Tate and Tyleek in this game today. You did see him last week. You did see him for 2 days against the Dolphins. Just where you think they are right now?
They're improving. And Tyleek, man, every day he does something that is just a little bit better, and he continues to grow. And I thought Tate really took a big step. I thought these 2 days he really grew up, and and not only his own confidence, what he was able to do, but man, his mesh with that old line, man, his working together with Sewell and with Graham, I can see growth in a hurry, and I love it.
A big picture, a lot of the guys that are going to be in this game today took a step forward against Miami, much better than you had seen in the Hall of Fame game. What are you looking for today to keep that moving in the right direction?
Well, I told the guys, look, here's what you're looking for. This is what I'm looking for. It's smart, tough, detailed, and disciplined. That's what we're looking for. And I said, just to give some of you an example, I said, we've got from the time I've been here, we had some young free agents over this time that have found a way to help us, stick around, help us during the season. Tom Kennedy, Craig Reynolds, Zylstra, Brock Wright, just Dorsey, just to name a few. And I'm like, so you want to get noticed, do what those guys did, when the time was right. And get out there. By preseason game number 3, they were starting to show that these could be some guys we could depend on during the season.
Kyle Allen will get the start today. The word you used this week with the media was outstanding in what you saw in Atlanta. Just what you're looking for him to continue today with that growth.
I would say what you just said, continue, take command of this offense, be smart with the football. Ball security is always going to be the most important thing, and then certainly your decisions with the football. And don't try to do anything. Don't go out of the norm. Don't try to be flashy. Take what's there and just run the offense. That's what's important.
And where Hendon's concerned, look, you had some very good things to say about him and what he did in Atlanta, but it's leveling that thing out and what you just said, ball security.
That's it. And he knows that. There was things that I thought were really good, and he has grown, but yet that's the one little thing, and we made an emphasis of it this week, so I would anticipate he comes back better than last week.
Vets on defense are looking like you got some guys that can provide some experience in terms of depth. Brock Yassin, you moved him to safety. He provides a little bit of NFL experience there that maybe you didn't have on the depth chart before. Thoughts on what you've seen from him in that move?
Yeah, we've seen a guy that is, over really call it a week and a half now of running the safety position is growing quickly at it, and there's still things that are new to him he, until you've seen it, you haven't seen it in real time. So it's the first time for some of these, but he's growing. We know there's versatility with him. He can play corner, he can play nickel, he can play special teams, and now this safety, if he continues to grow, that's a good thing.
And Zach Cunningham, a guy that has played at a high level in this league. And when he shows up, sometimes you hear him out there. Seems like a nice addition to that room.
Yeah, you do. We were talking about him the other day, looking at some of his clips as a staff. He plays downhill. He plays downhill, and if you're a running back, fullback leading on him, or a lineman coming up at the second level, you better buckle your chin strap because he's playing downhill, yes.
Hey, final thing, preseason, but I imagine it's always nice to be home and walk out on that field at Ford Field.
Yeah, it's good to be home, and it seems like it's been forever. And, I've been on the road these last 2 weeks. Obviously, the last game, that was a stinger for everybody, but, man, it's great to be home in front of our fans.
There he is, Lions head coach Dan Campbell, as they get set to go. Counting you down to kickoff, preseason game, Lions and Dolphins, coming up right here on your home for Detroit Lions football.
I'm Dan Campbell, head coach of the Detroit Lions. I know from experience, a football team is like a family. You trust each other, you support each other, you rely on each other. That's how it is in life, especially when you've been hurt in an accident. You don't call just anyone. You turn to family for help when you're injured. And everyone knows the Bernsteins will treat you like family. And you can trust them like family. They're Michigan's first family of law for a reason. Get the Bernstein advantage. After all, we're all family around here.
Injured? 1-800-CALL-SAM.
Life is beautiful and fragile. We fall. We get tired. And sometimes we get sick. But with Corewell Health, we are also strong. We fight disease. We battle cancer. We come together. We come back. We push forward. When the body breaks, we break through. Corewell Health. We can.
For 120 years, Ford has been committed to doing the right thing for America. And we're not going anywhere. That's why Ford assembles more vehicles in the U.S. than any other automaker and employs the most hourly auto workers in the country. That's not a boast, it's a pledge to the Americans who drive our vehicles and the capable people who build them. Because our values can't be offshored. We do it for the people who make America. Workers, farmers, first responders, communities. As long as America depends on them, they can depend on us. Ford Motor Company. From America, for America.
Based on S&P Global Mobility Calendar Year 2024 U.S. light vehicle production data. Assembled in the USA with domestic and foreign parts. Based on 2024 year-end hourly employment data.
People can't have access to quality medical care without affordable health insurance. At Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, we understand increasing health insurance costs are becoming more of a strain on the budgets of the businesses and people we serve. Affordability matters. It affects real families, real decisions, and real care. That's why at Blue Cross, we're dedicated to finding solutions. To learn about this critical issue and our efforts to make healthcare affordable for all, visit mibluedaily.com/affordability today.
This is injury attorney David Fameninio. After an auto, truck, or motorcycle accident, your job should be to rest and heal. My job is to fight for the money you deserve. I won't let the insurance company pay 1 cent less than you're entitled to. You deserve better, and I'll make sure you get it. Call me at 855-65-CRASH or go to my website, getdavidgetpaid.com. Together, we'll get you the compensation you deserve.
Craving big flavor? Tubby's has the subs you love, and they're stacked high with the good stuff. Try a grilled chicken and cheddar or our famous steak and cheese. Tubby's Sub Shops.
The Detroit Lions pregame show on the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Cruising towards kickoff here, Lions and Dolphins. Coming up, let's get to the injury report brought to you by Synergy Health Partners, Smarter Ortho and Spine Care. No runaround. Lions with some roster moves this week. They waived running back Jamari Small, injured, and also a couple of players went on reserve, injured. DiCaprio Boodle, the cornerback, and guard Keaton Sutherland. Lo, we've talked about it. Injuries are a part of this thing, and they're a part of getting ready for the regular season. Unfortunately, when you start with Levi being out the first day of camp and you find out that he's not going to be there, part of coach's idea behind not playing some of these guys in the preseason is to prevent them from being injured. But getting good work against the Dolphins this week and one joint next week with Houston is a big part of preparation as well.
It's going to be key. It's going to tell the coaches a lot about these players. It's going to tell these coaches how to put these players in positions to have success. what's successful to these players, to these coaches. So, yeah, it's a lot that goes into these. And, again, Dan, they get to control the scrimmages. They get to control the joint practices because they strip them out so they know what they want to see.
All right, get to the starting lineups presented by Austin Benefits. Do you have a benefits broker that plays to win? You could visit austinbenefits.com. Look, starting lineups are fluid when it comes to the preseason, so let's talk about position groups. Coach Campbell talked about his offensive line. He wants to see these guys low pad level. He wants to see angles. He wants to see footwork. He wants to see them finish plays. He talked about Gio. He talked about Coyote Awasika, guys that he's looking for to take a step forward in this game today. What are you watching on that line?
Yeah, he also talked about Kingsley Egwakin. I hope I said that right.
You're doing great.
But yeah, he talked about all those guys. And Dan, I think what he wants to see is not individually, but he wants to see a collective effort from those guys. He wants to see how they move as a unit. Remember, they're like a hand in the glove. One guy's out of place or doesn't do his job, that play's not going to be successful. So to me, again, keep stacking performances, especially Manu, because he, like Coach said, his confidence, if he has bad plays, his confidence goes down. And he's right. You got to be like this in the NFL because you're going to have bad plays, Dan. That's part of the game. Those guys get paid too. So it's just the mental aspect of what he's looking at from Manu and a couple of those other guys.
Well, the quarterbacks are obviously going to be a focus in today's game because they're battling for the number 2 job. Kyle Allen would seem to have the step up right now. We've talked about it a couple times. We're going to see him here momentarily. He's going to get the start in this game. What do you want to see right off the bat from Kyle Allen?
So, again, control of the huddle, which he did a great job when he got in the game last week. I want to see him continue that. I would like to see him look a little farther downfield, too. He did have a nice bomb downfield, so I want to see him do that more of that, looking downfield. And when he has to move out the pocket, I want to see him move out the pocket, Dan, with his eyes up. That's the one thing I wanted to see from Hendon Hooker. If you have to move with your eyes up so you can keep the play alive, hopefully try to get a big play downfield. So those are some of the small things I'd like to see from him.
I don't know how much we'll see on Evaki today, but we're going to see him. I'm looking forward to that.
I want to see him too, man. What the coach said, he's a killer. That's how he
said basically when you stand and talk to him, he's the nicest guy in the world, has a wonderful personality, very soft-spoken, the kind of young man you'd want to marry your daughter.
Yep.
But when he goes on the field, he's a dirtbag. So I hope we see the dirtbag today.
And I like your follow-up, too. Are you sure
that
you
takes
want
the daughter out of the picture. Yeah, that's. But no, listen, we've seen glimpses of what he can be and what Brad Holmes saw when he drafted him. He's going to be a special teams guy, and he's going to be a backup running back, and he's got to go out there today. And I think the running back portion of it is what we're looking for because we know we can do on teams.
And what I want to see his eyes, Dan. I want to see how he sets up his blocks. I want to see how he finishes his blocks. I want to see ball security. I want to see if they do blitz somebody, how his pass protection is. So those are little things I'm going to look at on the offensive side of the ball. But like you say, he's going to play a major role on special teams.
What have you seen from Brock Martin so far? What are you looking for today? That's one of those projects that, look, you got a time limit when you're a project, and you need to start showing you can be part of the solution.
Look, that's a big fella. Like I tell you, I walk up around him, and I'm just looking up at him, the size of him. Man, if Broderick could keep his pass level low, Dan, that's his biggest thing. His first step, he's standing up, giving you his chest and everything. As an offensive lineman, you're licking your chops. So I like to see his pad level a lot lower for the whole game. And he was active last game. I would like to see the same thing, him being active, getting from sideline to sideline, and him getting around the tackles. I would love to see that from Broderick Martin.
I'm looking forward to seeing some kickoff returns today, too, because we talked to Coach Phipp yesterday. And one thing he made clear is this new rule is going to have people returning kicks. They're not giving you the 35-yard line.
No, not at all. And that's going to be a great part of the game. He also told us it'll be a lot more starters we'll see on special teams this
during the season. Yeah.
So it's going to be exciting. I think the excitement of the kickoff return will be back.
And intimated that you will see teams use dynamic players to return the ball.
Yes.
Maybe not all the time. But if you get in a crunch and need a play, you might see some guys you don't normally see back there. Maybe down the lineup might mean, this is me, not him, J-Mo.
Yeah.
That'd be something.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
What about going down to make a
Jameer,
tackle?
that would be
Maybe-
something.
Maybe
I mean, we'll see.
Alex Anzalone.
All fun stuff. He said the kickoff will be a big part of the NFL coming up this year, though. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come right back. Much more coming up. We're getting closer to kickoff here at Ford Field on the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
Keep your summer fun going in the family-sized Toyota Highlander or the bigger, more powerful Grand Highlander with 3 different powertrains and a full-size third row. Now through September 2nd, get a new 25 Highlander or Grand Highlander with 4.99 APR financing or 5.99 on new Highlander and Grand Highlander hybrids. Subject to approved credit through TFS. Plus get 2 years no-cost maintenance included. For complete details, go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Football is finally back. Score all the deals at Buffalo Wild Wings this season before, during, or after the games. Get into your closest B-dubs for happy hour from 3 to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Or late night happy hour 9 p.m. to close. 7 days a week. Sign up for our Blazin' Rewards loyalty program and receive exclusive offers just for being a member. Visit BuffaloWildWings.com to find your nearest location.
Grand Traverse Resort and Spa presents the 30-second radio hour.
Looks like I found my true north.
Your true north is in the water hazard?
It's not where my shots fly, Bob. It's how my spirit soars when I'm up here.
Discover your true north moment on the 3 championship courses of Grand Traverse Resort and Spa.
Bob, lend me a ball?
No. Grand Traverse Resort and Spa. No truer north.
Hey, Metro Detroit, it's Kathy Brook of Max Brook Realtors. For nearly 5 decades, I've helped thousands of people across Michigan buy and sell. With 15 years as the state's #1 realtor and 4 seasons as the official realtor of the Detroit Lions Radio Network, my connections and experience matter. We're hungering for a win against Miami. Thinking about making a move? Let's team up. Visit me at kathybrook.com. That's KATHYBROOCK.com. That's kathybrook.com. And let's get moving.
When choosing a company to install or repair your AC, heat, or electrical, you want a company you can trust. A company with experience and integrity. For over 50 years, Family Heating, Cooling, and Electrical has built their business on honesty and providing quality services and craftsmanship for a fair price. They service all brands, and their estimators don't work on commission. So they won't sell you anything you don't need or want. Family. It's not just the name of their company, but the way they do business. Family and Red Trucks. In the red zone for you. Visit FamilyHeating.com. That's FamilyHeating.com.
Detroit's largest laser IMAX is now open at the MJR Troy Cinema. It's IMAX most advanced theater ever with 4K laser projection, precision sound, and fully powered zero-gravity luxury recliners. Plus the famous MJR VIP privacy pods. You haven't truly experienced a movie until you've experienced it in the largest laser IMAX in Metro Detroit. Get tickets at mjrtheaters.com today.
We pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the Detroit Lions radio network.
WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit.
An Odyssey sports station.
This is Detroit Lions football on the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
Brought to you by Sam Bernstein Law, Max Brook Real Estate, Family Heating, Cooling, and Electrical, Hungry Howie's Pizza, Henry Ford Health, Delta Dental, Wallside Windows, Fago, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, Serta Mattresses, Corwell Health, Birmingham Plumbing, Verizon, ABC Warehouse, Amish Direct Furniture, Grand Traverse Resort and Spa, Blue Flame Propane, U.S. Park, Buffalo Wild Wings, Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical, and by the Ford Motor Company.
Now, here are the voices of Detroit Lions football. Dan Miller, Lomas Brown, and TJ Lang.
Closing in on kickoff at Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Lions and Dolphins getting ready to go. As we've chronicled, these two teams have had a heck of a week together. A couple of open practices as they've
gotten a lot of work in particular for the starters, very valuable for the number ones. Now they'll work on mostly backups, and we're ready for kickoff in just a couple of minutes. Glad you're with us. We're getting ready for this one. Should be a lot of fun as we look at some of these players that are still trying to convince Dan Campbell they can be part of that 53-man roster. We'll let that unfold when we come back. Stick with us right after this on the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
Are you flying out of Detroit Metro Airport and need a convenient place to park? U.S. Park on Middlebelt is known for having the best parking service at Detroit Metro Airport. Board one of our new spacious shuttles, and our friendly drivers will transport you quickly and safely to your terminal. You can even save money by reserving online at our website, us-park.com. That's us-park.com. Reserve your spot now and save. Put it in park with U.S. Park.
Brought to you by Hollywood Casino at Greektown and ESPN Bet, your football headquarters. Stop in at Hollywood Casino and visit Detroit's new home for sports, ESPN Bet. Watch the best football action on our giant screen TVs, plus score great game day food and drinks. And don't forget to download the ESPN Bet app to explore our action-packed online sportsbook with exclusive odds boosts and cutting-edge features. Join us for all the excitement at Hollywood Casino at Greektown. Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
A lot of companies out there advertising BOGO offers on AC and furnaces. Nothing good is free. If you want a fair deal, Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical has you covered 24/7. Locally owned for over 40 years, and they back their work with a 5-year warranty. Mastercraft is your destination for heat, AC, plumbing, and electrical. They'll beat any price. Save up to $2,000 when you bundle a new high-efficiency AC and furnace. Fast installation, same-day service. Visit mastercraftheating.com.
Need a source for soft tooling or automation to scale production? Look no further than the Three-Dimensional Services Group and its Make It Happen approach. Design complexities? No problem. Assembly challenges? No problem. Tough deadlines? No problem. There's no need to work the phones when your first call is to the Three-Dimensional Services Group. Learn more at the3dimensional.com or call 800-959-0804.
DR Trailer is having a really big sale.
It's the Haul More, Pay Less summer sales event at Dr. Trailer.
That's DR Trailer.
We don't care what you call us. Just call us.
Save big at DR Trailer in Milan.
All right, back and forth. Field getting set for the coin toss, brought to you by Hatfield Foods. Better care, better pork. Visit simplyhatfield.com. A referee for today, Adrian Hill. Lions captains Shane Ziltra and Rocky Yassin out there. We're going to find out which side will get the football first as Adrian Hill flips the coin and lets us know. Here we go.
Gentlemen, this is the coin I'm going to flip. The side with the American flag is heads. The side with the shield is tails. Miami, you're the visitor. What's your call?
Tails.
Tails is the call. It is the tails. Miami is one.
I want to defer.
Miami is elected to defer. Detroit, you want the ball? Yeah. Which way do you want to kick? Detroit will receive on this end. Good luck, gentlemen.
So Miami wins the toss. They decide to defer. The Lions will get the football first, and that will mean we will get a look at Kyle Allen right off the bat in that Lions offense. And boy, did he take a big step forward down in Atlanta this past week when he came on in relief of Hendon Hooker after a couple of turnovers by the Lions quarterback. So Hooker got the start. Allen came in earlier than expected, and I think that's one of the things that impressed Dan Campbell was the fact that he came off the bench, he came in ready, and he came in firing. And Lomas, that was big for him and taking a step towards securing that backup job, but he has more work to do today.
Yeah, it sure was, Dan. I mean, Coach wants to see how you react under adversity. Like you said, Kyle didn't start that game. He came in, was able to fill in for Hendon, who got pulled a little earlier than he thought. So all those little things, how you handle being put in the game, how you handle the offense once you get in the game, those are little things that the coaching and the coaching staff looks for.
And certainly we will see Hendon Hooker later in this game. Dan Campbell made the point he will still get an opportunity to fight for that job, but he needs to be better than he was. Grant Stewart goes back deep for the Lions, so too does Sione Vaki, and we are ready to go. It's interesting, we were talking to Dave Phipp, as we alluded to in the pregame show, and he said this change with touchbacks coming out to the 35 is absolutely going to bring the kickoff back into the NFL game. and he expects a lot of kickoff returns this year and expects it could be an explosive play.
Absolutely. He's looking forward to that exciting, explosive play coming back, Dan, because you're right. It doesn't make any sense for teams to kick the ball in the end zone or kick it short because that's an advantage for the offense taking the ball. He realizes that. He also said there's going to be a lot more dynamic players on the special team sides of the ball.
So here we go. We are underway at Ford Field. Kickoff is going to be taken by Grant Stewart, right side. Comes up outside the numbers, now cuts it back inside at the 20 to the 25, runs through a tackle and gets out to the 29-yard line. That is where the Lions will take over. That opening kickoff brought to you by Wallside Windows, Michigan's leader in replacement windows for over 80 years. Lions offense up front, Lomas. Going to be watching that offensive line. Dan Campbell talked about it. He wants pad level. He wants execution.
He does, and that's important for him. And that's an area he's pointing out, not just this week, but the last couple of weeks, as an area he's going to watch closely.
Allen brings him to the line. He's going to work out of the gun. He's got Reynolds to his right. Dolphins show 4 across the front. There's the snap. Kyle Allen to throw. Does, completes. That is Meeks with it. Across the 35 and running out of bounds close to a first down, and he should have it out at the 39-yard line.
It's always nice for a quarterback to see that first throw get completed. Nice, easy throw for Kyle Allen to complete. Nice completion, nice job.
Meeks had a nice game last week that started with a drop. Then he bounced back. Started with a nice catch there, 10 yards, shoved out of bounds by Cornell Armstrong. First down Lions now from their own 40. Allen takes the direct snap, fakes the give, rolls left, sets and throws, got it complete over the left side. That is Tom Kennedy with it, across the 45 and out to the 48-yard line. Kennedy picks up 8 on the play. Nice play, get the quarterback moving, easy throw. 2 pretty easy throws to start the day. That gives him some confidence.
There you go, Dan. That's what you want to do, especially with a young guy and a guy that's in the quarterback challenge. You want to give him easy throws.
They walk in the center in there. Allen moves in for the direct snap on second down and 2 lines at their own 48-yard line. Single back is Craig Reynolds. Allen's got it, turns, gives it to Reynolds over the right side. Hit from behind, fights forward. Going to be just shy of the first down. Got a yard. Dante Trader made the stop. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1 for Detroit, about a half-yard shy of midfield.
It'll be interesting to see what John Morton does in this 3rd and 1. Again, we're going to stay pretty vanilla, but once we get into the season, it'll be interesting to see how he handles 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2 short, 3rd and short situations.
Isaac Tesla goes to the right side. Kennedy goes left. Lions with a 3rd down and 1 from their own 49. Allen takes the snap, turns, gives it to Reynolds, shakes a man in the backfield. He's got the first down across the 50 into Dolphin territory. Still going at the 40, inside the 35, inside the 30, shouldered down at the 20-yard line, and finally shoved out of bounds at the 19. Nice seal on the left side by that offensive line. There is a flag down. This one may be coming back, but it was a 32-yard gain.
Dan, I loved his eyes.
Number 85. 10-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
I love the way Craig Reynolds used his eyes to see the hole outside, step inside, and bounce it to the outside. That was just a nice run. Too bad the holding call is bringing it back.
Yeah, Tom Kennedy just had a hold to Ethan Bonner, and it was right there on the end of that line, and that's really what sprung Reynolds that time. So that's unfortunate. Wipes out a big gain, and instead of 3rd and 1, or a first down inside the 20. You're now looking at 3rd down and 11. Lions from their own 40-yard line. Sione Baki checks in for the Lions. He's to the left of Allen, who works out of the gun. Meeks in motion right. Try to keep this drive alive. They need a play. 5 on the play clock. Allen working out of the gun. Dolphins showing pressure. Allen, long count, has to take a timeout. Does. That play clock was down to 1.
Delay game, offense, 5-yard penalty.
Did you see him step forward and hold up the tee?
He got it off.
I thought he stepped forward with a second left and held up the tee. I thought he called timeout.
Yeah. And then they normally give you a half a click.
I thought he did it clearly with a second to go. It might have been another hand signal because clearly nobody else saw it. I might just be making stuff up.
He's seen it. Oh,
Man,
he never went all the way.
He didn't put his hands together. So here we go. Lions lose 5 more off the penalty. It is now 3rd and 16. They try to set up a screen to Vaki. Nothing doing. It is blown up by the Dolphins. Good work in there by Willie Gay, the linebacker. And the Lions, after what looked like a very promising drive, are going to have to punt it away.
Yeah, it's hard getting these 3rd and 15s, especially with a young guy back there. You don't want to put too much on Kyle Allen's plate. So what you normally do is either a draw or a screen, which is a safe play for a guy in that type of situation.
So Jack Fox on to punt. D. Eskridge back deep from Miami. 5th year out of Western Michigan. Max Special Teams Player of the Year back in 2020. Fox is ready. Punts away. End over end. Eskridge up to take it at the 26-yard line. Cuts right to the 30. Ball comes out free on the ground. And it looks like it's recovered by the Dolphins back at the 29-yard line. Sione Vaki with a big hit to pop that ball loose. Lions, unfortunately, could not get on top of it. The Dolphins did. So an opportunity there for the Lions, but Miami avoided a disaster. Ends up being a 45-yard punt and a 4-yard return. Miami will have the football when we come back. Scoreless game, first quarter. 11:28 to go here at Ford Field. This is your home for Detroit Lions football.
It's football season. Time to fire up the grill and bring your A game to the tailgate. Whether it's delicious Hatfield bacon to kick off your day or a tender, juicy marinated pork tenderloin sizzling for halftime, Hatfield's got your menu covered for every fan feast. From the coin toss to the final whistle, Hatfield brings bold flavor to every play. Find your game day favorites at simplyhatfield.com. Hatfield, better care, better pork.
Hey, Detroit Lions fans! Verizon's kicking off big savings, scoring a touchdown with low prices locked in for 3 years guaranteed on my plan. Get a single line for a low price of just $50 a month when you switch and bring your phone on unlimited welcome with autopay plus taxes and fees. It's a deal that'll have you doing an end zone dance. Don't get flagged for high prices. Huddle up at your local Detroit Verizon store today. You'll be tackling savings in no time. Verizon, the official 5G network of the Detroit Lions. $20 monthly credit applied for 36 months. Times of congestion. Limited 5G and 4G LTE. May be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Price guarantee applies to the current base monthly rate. Additional terms apply. See store for details.
For 120 years, Ford has been committed to doing the right thing for America. And we're not going anywhere. That's why Ford assembles more vehicles in the U.S. than any other automaker and employs the most hourly auto workers in the country. That's not a boast, it's a pledge to the Americans who drive our vehicles and the capable people who build them. Because our values can't be offshored. We do it for the people who make America. Workers, farmers, first responders, communities. As long as America depends on them, they can depend on us. Ford Motor Company. From America, for America.
Based on S&P Global Mobility Calendar Year 2024 U.S. light vehicle production data. Assembled in the USA with domestic and foreign parts. Based on 2024 year-end hourly employment data.
All right, back at Ford Field, scoreless first quarter. First quarter sponsored by Hungry Howie's Pizza. For flavor as bold as going forward on 4th down, order Hungry Howie's flavored crust pizza today. Zach Wilson starting at quarterback from Miami, former 2nd overall pick of the Jets back in 2021. Had 33 starts in New York over 3 tough seasons spent last year in Denver. Now he's trying to win a backup job here in Miami. On 1st down, he's got it, wants to throw. Backpedaling, now he throws left side, got it complete. Out across the 30 to the 32-yard line to Erica Zukunama. Gain of 3 on the play. Pretty good protection there. He had a lot of time to try to scan the field. Just wasn't much out there.
That's a great point. I was going to bring up that point, Dan. We're going to have to get more pressure on him again. You would love to see the middle pressure get to Zach, but any pressure getting to him would be welcome.
2nd down and 7. Miami from their own 32. Wilson out of the gun, right to his right. Wilson hands it to right. Flag down play is dead. False start against Miami.
False start, offense, number 85. 5-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
Lomas, how tough is it when you've got these guys that are shuttling in and out, playing with different players in camp to get a rhythm and avoid these penalties.
It's tougher on the offensive side of the ball than the defensive side of the ball, but it's tough because you're seeing different guys. You're hearing different voices. Absolutely. So it's really hard.
Dolphins 2nd and 12 now, backed up at their own 27-yard line. Wilson out of the gun, man to each side. Wilson takes the snap, boots to his left. B and Chase flips it out. It is caught over the left side by Connor, the tight end. He gets across the 30 to the 31. So we got back the penalty yardage, picked up a couple on the play. It'll be 3rd and 7 coming up.
Yeah, great job from Grant Stewart to read the play. Just a short throw, but nice job of him reading it, taking the right angles, and getting to the sideline and making that impressive tackle.
Based on the spot, we'll call it 3rd down and 8. Miami from their own 31. Scoreless first quarter, just under 10 to play. Zach Wilson's going to work out of the gun. Jalen Wright the back to his left. 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Lions bring the heat. Wilson in trouble. That's up for grabs. Oh, and it floats and almost picked off by the Lions. Zach Cunningham put huge pressure that time on Wilson, who tried to get rid of it, and as he did, the closest Lion to the play as it kind of hung in the air was Eric Hallett, but he was not able to pull it in.
Yeah, I love the way we were tight in coverage, Dan. We were up on those receivers, jamming them up so they couldn't get off the line of scrimmage. I love how we disrupted that offensive motion that time.
Dominic Lovett missed the game in Atlanta with an abdominal injury. He is back for the Lions today. The 7th-round pick is back to take this punt. Lovett ranging to his right. Going to let it hit. Takes a Lions bounce back across the 30-yard line. So it will be down right at the 31. That is where the Lions and Kyle Allen will take over. We're scoreless first quarter. 9:38 to go after a 38-yard punt. The Lions have the football on the Detroit Lions radio network.
This fall, the season kicks off. A season of flavor. And we ain't talking Little League, folks. Fago is a pop dynasty. We're talking MVPs like Red Pop and Rock and Rye, plus Rookie Sensation, Super Pop, and Bubble Pop. A flavor roster so stacked, we got soda shaking in its boots. And don't forget to show your hometown pride by repping the One True Pop with our House of Fago jersey tee, available now at houseoffago.com. Grab a Fago and rock the tee. Get ready for a season full of flavor.
Whether you're getting ready for the last barbecue of the summer, the first tailgate, or planning for the colder weather, Blue Flame Propane provides fast, reliable, and safe delivery of clean, cost-efficient propane, always backed by a price match guarantee. Our Richmond-based family business has been here for your home, agricultural, and commercial propane needs for over 35 years, with locations across Michigan. Visit BlueFlamePropaneInc.com today to score big savings and keep the game day spirit alive. BlueFlamePropaneInc.com. We bring the heat.
The best contractors, the best electricians, period. That's what the National Electrical Contractors Association, NECA signatory contractors, and the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, IBEW Local 58, bring to each and every job. Quality work rooted in consistent and ongoing training means you get the most productive contractors with the most productive workforce for your commercial, public, industrial, or residential project. You can count on the NECA IBEW team. Licensed, trained, competent, productive. Visit poweringmichigansfuture.com today. The best contractors, the best electricians, period.
I'm Sam Laporta, and I approve this message.
Genesis has teamed up with Sam Laporta to give you more. Score big with Genius High Yield Checking, now earning 6.75% APY, plus debit rewards. Get the checking account that can pay you nearly $500 a year. No fees, no minimum balance.
Hey, this is Sam Laporta. Open an account today.
Visit genesiscu.org.
Federally insured by the NCUA. Annual percentage yield paid on average daily balance up to $7,500. Rate subject to change anytime. Contact us for details.
All right, back here at Ford Field, 9:38 to go first quarter. Made in Michigan is brought to you by Corewell Health, reminding you that together we can overcome any obstacle and fight any battle. Lions have it for the second time today. Kyle Allen back there got the start at quarterback. He's got experience, 7 years in the league. He's started 19 games. Trying to show this coaching staff that he can be the backup to Jared Goff once the season begins. Got an I formation behind him here on first down. Deep back Craig Reynolds. Allen's going to take the direct snap. He does. Turns. Gives to Reynolds. Reynolds hesitates. Goes over the left side. Trying to get outside left there. He goes to the 35-yard line with a flag down. Out to the 39. That's an 8-yard gain. But will it stand? No, it will not. It's coming back.
holding offense. Number 40, 10-yard penalty, remains first down.
You know, you want to be mad at the guys when they have holding calls like that, but I mean, with Craig Reynolds bouncing and the way he is, if you don't know where that running back is, it's kind of hard. I kind of feel sorry for these guys because the ball is supposed to go one way and it normally goes another way. That's when you get caught with your hands in the cookie jar.
Zach Horton was called for the holding penalty there, the tight end. Lions once again behind the downsticks now. After the penalty, it's 1st and 20 from their own 21-yard line. See what John Morton dials up here. Kyle Allen's going to work out of the gun. Vaki checks in at running back. He's to the left of his quarterback. There's the snap. Allen back. Got time. Looking, throwing, middle. Got Tesla off his hands and incomplete. Oh, just a little bit high, but I think Isaac would tell you that's a ball he's got to come down with.
And Kyle, too, just a little better throw. I know he had to get it over that linebacker that was in between them, but again, just a little better throw would help your receiver. But you're right, Dan, if they touch
just
your
out
hands,
of his reach.
You got to get
Would have been a really nice catch.
About 6'5", if he was 6'5".
Yeah, give him another inch, he's got it. Yeah. Lions now on 2nd and 20. They had a chance at a big gain there, too. 2nd and 20 from their own 21. Allen turns, gives to Vaki over the left side. Vaki is hit at the line. Surges forward across the 23, close to the 24-yard line. Got a pair. And that's going to set up, once again, 3rd down and 18. Lomas, it's just so hard. I don't care if it's your starters or it is your backups. When you get behind the downsticks in this league, it is difficult.
It sure is. I mean, and again, it just makes things so difficult because you don't normally have 3rd and 15, 3rd and 18 plays in your playbook that are really, really efficient.
Need one here. 3rd and 18 for the Lions from their own 23. Allen's going to work out of the gun. Vaki to his left. Allen's got it. 4-man rush. Allen rolling right with his eyes downfield. Still looking. Now he throws. It is caught. That is Isaac Tesla making a catch along the sidelines and getting the first down. There's a flag down behind the play. That's a terrific throw by Allen on the run. Terrific catch by Tesla to get his feet down with the first down. But let's check that penalty marker.
Past the line. Past the line of scrimmage.
Was he across the line? We will find out from Adrian Hill.
Illegal forward pass offense, number 8. The passer was beyond the line of scrimmage. That's a 5-yard penalty with loss of down, 4th down.
So Allen was flushed out of the pocket, rolling to his right, and as he cut that loose, apparently across the line of scrimmage. So that will cost the Lions. Yeah, he was a full yard and a half beyond the line of scrimmage.
But Dan, I love what you said, the description you gave. You said Kyle Allen breaking the pocket, keeping his eyes up downfield. That's important when you break out the pocket.
And
keep
he
your
found
eyes
something.
Downfield.
Just needed to find it a yard and a half earlier.
There you go. That was it. It would have been a completion.
Fox to punt. D. Eskridge back deep for Miami. 0-0. That's our score. 8:15 to go first quarter. Lions, how many penalties, Michael? So far, 2 offensive possessions, 4 penalties for 30 yards. Hard to make a living like that. Turnovers and penalties. Cannot do it. Fox is standing on the 4-yard line to our right. Got the football, punts away. That's a good one. Hangs it high. Eskridge will come up at the 37-yard line. Another penalty flag.
The ball had not yet been ready for play. We're going to replay 4th down.
Okay, not a penalty.
Please reset the
ball
game
just wasn't ready. The officials had not given them the go-ahead.
Sound like some mumbling going on down there. I'm like wondering what's going on.
Okay.
Everybody's in preseason form right now.
Yeah. We're going to back this up and do it again. No penalty. Just got to get the go-ahead from the officials. Let them whistle it for play. Now they got to set down. Adrian Hill says play football. Lions approach it, and we'll set Jack Fox up again. Personal protector Grant Stewart in there. Fox has got it. That's a good punt. That's even better. That is a rocket. Takes Eskridge back to the 18-yard line, trying to get outside right, being chased, slips one tackle with a flag down, up the right sideline, across the 35, across the 40-yard line. It's a good return, but it certainly looks like it's coming back with a pair of flags down behind the play. He got all the way out to the 45-yard line. So it's a 63-yard punt, 27-yard return, but everybody's walking back the other way. That's good news for the Lions. That's a great punt by Fox.
Yes,
during a return, illegal bump in the back against the return team, number 33. That penalty should force 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down, timeout.
Penalty against Jason Marshall of the Dolphins. And the thing you love about that punt, not just 63 yards, but he pinned him right against the sideline there. Anyway, Dolphins are going to be backed up in their own end. We're scoreless first quarter, 7:59 to go. We'll step aside. This is your home for Detroit Lions football.
Hey, Metro Detroit, it's Kathy Brook of Max Brook Realtors. For nearly 5 decades, I've helped thousands of people across Michigan buy and sell. With 15 years as the state's #1 realtor and 4 seasons as the official realtor of the Detroit Lions radio network, my connections and experience matter. We're hungering for a win against Miami. Thinking about making a move? Let's team up. Visit me at kathybrook.com. That's KATHYBROOCK.com. That's kathybrook.com. And let's get moving.
It's football season. Time to fire up the grill and bring your A game to the tailgate. Whether it's delicious Hatfield bacon to kick off your day or tender, juicy marinated pork tenderloin sizzling for halftime, Hatfield's got your menu covered for every fan feast. From the coin toss to the final whistle, Hatfield brings bold flavor to every play. Find your game day favorites at simplyhatfield.com. Hatfield, better care, better pork.
Are you flying out of Detroit Metro Airport and need a convenient place to park? US Park on Middlebelt is known for having the best parking service at Detroit Metro Airport. Board one of our new spacious shuttles, and our friendly drivers will transport you quickly and safely to your terminal. You can even save money by reserving online at our website, us-park.com. That's us-park.com. Reserve your spot now and save. Put it in park with US Park.
This fall, the season kicks off. A season of flavor. And we ain't talking Little League, folks. Fago is a pop dynasty. We're talking MVPs like Red Pop and Rock and Rye, plus Rookie Sensation, Super Pop, and Bubble Pop. A flavor roster so stacked, we got soda shaking in its boots. And don't forget to show your hometown pride by repping the one true pop with our House of Fago jersey tee, available now at houseoffago.com. Grab a Fago and rock the tee. Get ready for a season full of flavor.
Time for an NFL scoreboard update from the 1-800-CALL-SAM studio. So far, so good for Dylan Gabriel. First drive, a touchdown. Amani Marshall from 4 yards out. Dylan Gabriel, 4 for 4 for 29 through the air. 6-0 Cleveland over the defending Super Bowl champions. Back to Dan and Lomas.
All right, Mark, thank you very much. It is Dolphins ball. They have it first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Zach Wilson remains the quarterback. He got the start. Working out of the gun, now changing the play with 15 on the play clock. Wilson takes hands to right over the left side. He's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage at the 19-yard line. Good penetration by that Lions defense that time, led by Keith Cooper. That is a player that Dan Campbell just keeps bringing up. An undrafted free agent who has done nothing but impress his coaching staff from the moment he got here.
Yes, he has. I mean, that's all, like you said, Coach has been raving about him. Coach wants to see more of him. He wants to see him take that next step up. That's a nice job of getting it going right there.
Rookie out of Houston. Second down and 11 for Miami. Wilson out of the gun again. Lions milling around that line. Got about 5 or 6 guys up there showing pressure. Everybody standing up. Wilson takes the snap, back, wants to throw, does left side, got it complete. That is caught. That is his tight end Tanner Connor, who's got the first down across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So a nice gain of 13 on the play. They needed 11, so they moved the chains, keep the drive alive. 6:59 to go here in the first. We are scoreless. Miami with their second possession of the day.
Nice job of Tanner Connor just finding a soft spot in the defense, sitting down. Zach Wilson put the ball on him.
Now they go empty. Wilson's going to work out of the gun. They scrimmage from their own 33. First and 10 Miami. Wilson, long count. He's got it. Back to throw. Does. It is short-armed. intended for his receiver, Ezukmana. Pressure was coming that time by Tyson Russell.
That was a long throw too, Dan. That was a long throw. You got to have good arm strength to get it out there. He kind of skipped it out there to his player.
Russell was actually in coverage, but there was pressure on him that time. He didn't get as much on that football as he'd like, so he comes up empty, 2nd and 10 for the Dolphins from their own 33. Wilson works out of the gun. Lions show 4 across the front. They go jet sweep around the left side. That is Taj Washington with room to run across the 40 to the 42-yard line. Got 9 on the play. It's going to set up 3rd down at about a half-yard, forced out of bounds by Avonte Maddox.
So it's 2 things on our defense we need to watch. One is our pass rush, us getting pressure on the quarterback. But the other thing is our outside contain, especially against run plays. We seem to give up contain when teams try to exploit us to the outside. That's something we're going to have to work on throughout the season and get better at.
3rd down, about a half-yard. They need the 43. They're right between the 42 and the 43-yard line. Pistol formation. Wilson takes the snap, hands it off, and that is stuffed. Terrific work by the Lions defense led by Zach Cunningham. Coach said to us the other day, he plays downhill, played downhill right there. And they're going to give him the 1st down, but he did not get it by much. Got it by about the length of a football.
For virtual measurement.
We'll see if they got it. But a really nice play that time defensively by the Lions.
Filling gaps. Gap integrity, fill your gap, be where you were supposed to be at. Nice job from the Lions defense.
Yeah, Cunningham plays loud, man.
Yeah.
You hear his hits when he makes them. Bidding for a job, be a backup with the Lions, but man, we found out last year that is so critical.
Yes.
And this is a guy that's played a lot of football, had 100 tackle seasons. Today's game brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, the official health insurance provider of the Lions Radio Network. Virtual measurement being taken right now.
Oh, okay, a little virtual, huh?
Yeah.
So virtually we can't see it from up here.
Well, virtually it's taking longer than I thought. We'll find out if the ball's sitting right on the 43. If it is marked correctly, it would be a 1st down. Adrian Hill, our referee, is waiting for word. I mean, they didn't get much, but they didn't need much for the 1st down.
Yeah, Voice, I thought this process would take a little would move along a little faster than this.
Yeah. You never know. Virtual might have been out late last night. It takes a little while to get going. A cup of coffee. A little groggy.
There it is.
That looks like a 1st down.
It is a 1st down.
By about half a football. So, Miami keeps its drive alive. They will scrimmage now from their own 43-yard line with a fresh set of downs. 5:32 to go 1st quarter. We are scoreless so far. Zach Wilson brings them to the line. He's going to move in directly behind center. Jalen Wright, the single back. Lions show 5 across that defensive front. Miami fakes the give. They throw. It is caught. That is his tight end Connor again. Gets out to the 50-yard line where he is taken down. Good defensive work for the Lions that time by Tyson Russell. It's a gain of 7 on the play.
Now that time, nice job from Zach Wilson. That time he had pressure, free pressure coming off in his face. He was able to get enough air under the ball that time to get the completion. So a nice adjustment from Zach Wilson.
Connor, the tight end, 3 catches, 24 yards so far for Miami. They've got it now, 2nd down and 3 from midfield. Allen fakes the give, wants to throw, rolling right, being chased, got a man caught in Lions territory. It is grabbed by D. Eskridge, and that's a 1st down at the 35-yard line of the Lions. 15 yards on the play. They're having some success moving Allen around back there.
Yeah, buying some time for him, Dan. He's getting out the pocket. And these are long routes, too. That particular route, that time, he came all the way across the field. So the quarterback has to buy time to make sure that route comes across.
Lions send Nate Lynn in there. He'll line up at the edge left side. They're looking to him to provide some help in the pass rush game. First down, Miami at the 35 of Detroit. Wilson takes the direct snap, gives it to Wright over the left side. Dragged down from behind as he gets down to the 37-yard line.
Yeah, nice job from Chris Smith that time. He was able to control the guy over him, and it was just nice how he was able to keep him off of him and yet slide his feet, keep his shoulders parallel, and make that nice tackle.
Second down and 7 coming up for Miami from the 32-yard line of Detroit. Deepest penetration for either team so far. Dolphins to the line now on second down. Wilson works out of the gun right to his right. There's the snap. They fake the toss. Flag down. Throws. It is caught tight end left side. Farrell Brown inside the 10, inside the 5, and taken down at the 2-yard line where it'll be first and goal if that stands. We do have a flag down behind the play near sideline. Grant Stewart made the tackle down there.
Illegal formation offense. The right tackle was on the end of the line. 5-yard penalty, remains second down.
And that will drive a coach nuts. That's somebody just not checking where they are, if they should be on the line or off the line.
And boys, why do they blame the big guys? The big guys always get blamed.
The receiver's the one who should have been on the right side.
It's the little guys that don't come up and get on the line, but the big guys get called.
Ineligible guy can't be on the end of the line. Not your fault. Second and 12 coming up after the penalty. That wipes out a big gain. Dolphins back at the 37 now. Wilson takes the snap, wants to throw, looks left, lofts it down the sideline. It is up and knocked away. Nice defensive play that time. Ezra Ganama was the intended receiver. DJ Miller did a good job not to have any contact and draw the penalty, but he got his hand in there to separate him from the football.
Yeah, and nice job from Al-Qadim Muhammad, too, to get pressure. Tried to spin move on the offensive tackle. Got late pressure up there, but again, at least he's getting closer and closer to that quarterback.
10th play of this drive coming up. It's a big one for Miami. 3rd and 12. Lions trying to force a Dolphin field goal attempt to get off the field. Dolphins from their own 37, or the Detroit 37. Zach Wilson's going to work out of the gun. Miami is going to take a timeout. Play clock was down to 1.
Timeout, Miami. They're first.
So Mike McDonald wants to talk about it. We will step aside. 3rd and 12 coming up. Scoreless first quarter. 2:59 to go here in the first on the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
Need a source for soft tooling or automation to scale production? Look no further than the 3-Dimensional Services Group and its Make It Happen approach. Design complexities? No problem. Assembly challenges? No problem. Tough deadlines? No problem. There's no need to work the phones when your first call is to the 3-Dimensional Services Group. Learn more at the3dimensional.com or call 800-959-0804.
I'm Dan Campbell, head coach of the Detroit Lions. Everyone knows you get aggressive on 4th down, and everyone knows you call Sam if you're injured. Why not? They've been offering their no-fee guarantee forever, and they always give everyone a free call and consultation. Not to mention they've recovered billions of dollars for their clients, and they've had the winning record for over 50 years. That's why everyone knows you call Sam if you're injured. It's the best call you can make after an accident. Some things just aren't up for debate. Injured? Call Sam.
1-800-CALL-SAM.
Wallside is the smart choice. Smart because we are the factory. Our windows are custom made. That means no middleman. No middleman markups. Smart because we're dependable. Wallside guarantees every window for 35 years, no matter who owns the house. And smart because we're affordable. Get half off every window and Wallside's exclusive no-interest extended financing. 1-800-521-7800 or go to Wallside.com.
I need every classic cupped pepperoni lover to listen up. Michigan's own Hungry Howie's is going big and bold with the 73 Classic. They're over there putting 73 freaking Ronies on a large pizza for just $9.99. That's big time pep. I'm already craving those curled crispy edges and that 100% real mozz. I love me some Italian herb crust, but you do you. I ain't gotta tell you to upgrade to stuffed crust for just $3 more, do I? Get to hungryhowies.com now to place your order for a 73 Classic.
All right, back at Ford Field, 2:59 to go first quarter. Dolphins looking at a 3rd and 12 from the Lion 37-yard line. We are scoreless so far. This Dolphin team is hoping that overall, and Tua is the guy in Miami, that they can get their offense going. 2 years ago, they were 11-6, number 2 in the NFL in points, number 1 in yards. Last year, 8-9, 22nd in points. Tua only playing 11 games, a big part of that, so his health is such a key for this team. Here they come now, led by Zach Wilson. 3rd and 12 from the Lion 37. There's the snap. Wilson, quick throw. Eskridge, right side, runs through a couple of tackles, gets the first down inside the 20, inside the 15, and finally taken down from behind at the 10-yard line. Just a quick hitter to the right side. Eskridge picked up a couple of blocks. Al-Quddin Muhammad hustling downfield to make the tackle. But that is a huge gain for the Dolphins. 27 yards on 3rd and 12.
Yeah, and it seemed like that shouldn't have been that big of a game. We had guys out there in position. Nice job of Eskridge just making guys miss. And like you say, hitting the hole and getting up that big yard.
Lions Red Zone defense brought to you by Fago, the one true pop. 1st and goal for Miami from the 10. It's right over the left side, taking the handoff. Hit by Stewart and taken down. Ball came out. And it looks like it was picked up by the Dolphins.
Connor.
Yep, Connor was a heads-up play. Nice play by Stewart to come in and knock that away.
You're right, Dan.
Dolphins will lose a couple of yards on the exchange.
He filled that hole. You're right. He was able to get his arm in there and strip that ball out there. Tanner Connor just happened to be in the right place, right time.
Ends up being a loss of 1, so it'll be 2nd and goal now from the 11 for Miami. Zach Wilson works out of the gun. He's got right to his left. Motion man right to left is Ekonama. There's the snap. Wilson back. Looking, throwing, crossing. It is caught. Eskridge inside the 5, diving to the end zone. And he is in there for the touchdown. So the Dolphins march it down the field. D. Eskridge, a big part of that. 11 yards on the connection with Zach Wilson for the score. And Miami leads this one by a score of 6-0 with the extra point coming up.
Yeah, give Miami offensive line a lot of credit that time. We tried to run an ET game, meaning the defensive end comes in, the D tackle goes out. They picked it up very, very well. Nice job of the Dolphins to pick it up, give Zach the time he needed, touchdown.
Well, we'll take a look at this. It might be closest to whether or not he was out before the ball crossed the plane. They will hold on to that football until they get to go ahead from upstairs. All scoring plays are looked at, and that is what they're doing right now. Jason Sanders, the kicker, is out there ready to attempt the extra point. We are all waiting for the replay booth to give the thumbs up when we get that. So it would either be 3rd and goal inside the 1, or it would be touchdown extra point coming up. That is why we have a momentary hold up here.
Maybe I should help them. They're right next door. I could give them a helping
just lend a hand. Yeah.
You know, I could.
Hey, fellas, need an extra pair of eyes.
I mean, I could give them my advice on it.
I think you could.
Short.
Maybe you should wait till more of a high leverage situation.
Yeah, okay.
Preseason, probably not the time for you to
I got you.
give them your services. Might be something coming up against the Vikings or the Bears or the Packers where we need it a little bit more. And it looks like it's a touchdown. They will place that ball down. We'll get an extra point try coming up here. Jake Bailey to hold. Jason Sanders to kick. Long snapper is Joe Cardona. Sanders is ready. And there's the snap, kick away. It is up and it is good. So the Dolphins lead it by a score of 7-0, 1:18 to go here. And I think if you look at that drive here in the first quarter, Lomas, disappointing thing is there was a couple of 3rd down conversions where you felt like you could have gotten them off the field.
Absolutely, Dan. It was. We had guys in positions to make plays. They just didn't make the necessary plays that we needed, especially on 3rd down, your money down.
Please reset the game clock to 1:24, which was the time that the player crossed the goal line for the touchdown. 1:24.
So the time of that scoring play was 1:24. Dolphins lead at 7-0. They went 80 plays in 12 yards, took 6:41 off the clock. Eskridge on that drive, he had the touchdown. He also had 3 catches for 53 yards in total. Vaki and Stewart will go back deep for the Lions.
I would sure like to see us match that drive now. Us get us a nice drive going and get it in the end zone.
Got to stop committing penalties.
Yeah.
They keep getting behind the down sticks. Really tough to operate at that point. Yep. So Sanders has it up on the tee. He's ready to go. He'll send the kickoff on the way. It's in the air. This will be taken by Stewart right side. Fields it at the 3 to the 10 to the 15 to the 20. Stewart 25. Absorbs contact, runs through it, gets out to the 30-yard line where he is taken down by Quentin Bell on special teams for Miami. So out will come Kyle Allen in that Lions offense. 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line, now trailing by a score of 30-0. Kingsley Agwakin getting the start at center today. Dan Campbell talked about him, wanted to see him.
Say he's a quick fella, gets his hands up on guys quick. He likes him. It's just his size kind of hurts him right now.
Lions on 1st down. Fake to give to Vaki. Allen steps up at a clean pocket. Had Tom Kennedy. A little bit high. Could not haul it in out at the 45-yard line. There was a man in between Kyle Allen and Kennedy. That may have forced him to throw that a little bit higher than he wanted to, and it was just out of the reach of Kennedy that time.
Man, those are the ones that you want right there, especially if you
had
got
two of those.
Open. Yes.
One to Tesla,
right.
One to Kennedy. Both would have been, I think, really good catches, but they were within the realm of possibility. Lions so far, 9 plays, 18 yards, 4 penalties for 40. Vaki gets the handoff on 2nd down. Gets out to the 34-yard line, close to the 35 on the play. As we move under a minute to go here in the 1st quarter. Pick up a 5. It's going to set up a 3rd down and 5 now for Detroit.
The thing I like about Vaki, just like I like about Craig Reynolds, that these guys are always falling forward. Just like David Montgomery, too. Guys are always falling forward, and that's a great trait to have as a running back.
Vaki still in there, splits out wide right. Allen is going to go empty here out of the gun. 3rd down and 5, Detroit from their own 35. Allen leans in. 5 on the play clock as he takes the snap. Quick throw right side, got it complete. That is Lovett stretching for the 1st down. Going to be very close. Needed the 40-yard line, and they're going to say he got it for the 1st down. I do believe.
So Lovett can help himself by getting a yard or so past those sticks, Dan, to make sure he gets that 1st down.
And he did get the 1st down. They're moving the change, but the problem I saw there was his first move, Lomas, was backwards. If your first move, you know you're sitting on the sticks, make your first move forward, secure that 1st down. He got it, not by much, and that's going to take us to the end of the 1st quarter. We've played 15 here in Detroit. Dolphins lead at 7-0. This is your home for Detroit Lions football.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me."
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
It's our 26-year anniversary sale here at Amish Direct Furniture.
That's right. We're putting our largest sale of the year ever. Save 20% or more only for the month of August. We're here in Sterling Heights on the corner of Hall Road and M53. And on every Saturday in August, come by and meet our Amish builders.
Straight from Chihuahua, just the way you want it. Amish Direct.
Visit us at AmishDirect.com.
For 120 years, Ford has been committed to doing the right thing for America. And we're not going anywhere. That's why Ford assembles more vehicles in the U.S. than any other automaker and employs the most hourly auto workers in the country. That's not a boast, it's a pledge to the Americans who drive our vehicles and the capable people who build them, because our values can't be offshored. We do it for the people who make America. Workers, farmers, first responders, communities. As long as America depends on them, they can depend on us. Ford Motor Company. From America, for America.
Based on S&P Global Mobility Calendar Year 2024 U.S. light vehicle production data. Assembled in the USA with domestic and foreign parts. Based on 2024 year-end hourly employment data.
For physical health, mental health, and everything in between, Blue Cross is ready to help. Learn more at bcbsm.com.
Start of the second quarter, 7-0 Dolphins. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Detroit Lions radio network.
WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. An Odyssey Sports Station.
All right, back here, Lions have it. Start of the second, 1st and 10 now from their own 40-yard line, trailing by a score of 7-0. Kyle Allen in there at quarterback, takes the direct snap, turns, gives it to Vaki over the left side. Hit right at the line of scrimmage, able to lean forward and get a yard to the 41. That's about it. First man in, Cameron, good for Miami. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Second quarter sponsored by Birmingham Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. The red, white, and blue trucks are on the way.
Yeah, we got some little fellas out on the edges trying to block, and that's not a good combination when you got a bigger guy on the little fella.
Based on the spot, they gave him 2, so we'll call it 2nd down and 8 now. Lions from their own 42. Kyle Allen out of the gun. Allen's got it, wants to throw. Allen steps into one, throws, caught out at the 46-yard line. Isaac Tesla, nice contested catch that time. Gain of 4 on the play. Taken down immediately by the Dolphins cornerback that time.
That's why you like them big body receivers.
Kendall Sheffield was right on top of him, but Tesla was able to, as you say, get his body in there and make that catch, get some separation. Leaves the Lions looking at a 3rd and 4 from their own 46. Lovett in motion to the left, then back to the right. Allen leans in. There's the shotgun snap. He's back. They pick up the blitz, throws, wanted Lovett, through his hands, incomplete. A little bit high, but should have been caught by Lovett on an angle down at the 42-yard line of Miami.
Great job from Sanon Vaki that time of picking up the blitzer that came in, and that's what a running back has to be able to do. They got to be able to not only run the ball and secure it, but they have to be able to give that quarterback protection, and that's what he did that time.
I mean, there's 3 balls that you could say should have been caught, but also 3 that maybe Kyle Allen needs to just bring down a little bit. D. Eskridge back deep for Miami on 4th down. Fox with the punt, hangs it high. Eskridge calls for a fair catch, makes it at the 13-yard line, and that is where Miami will take over. Dolphins lead it 7-0, 13:40 to go here first half after a 41-yard punt. No return on the fair catch. Today's game brought to you by Wallside Windows, the official window company of the Lions Radio Network.
You know, boys, Jack Fox has me a little... I'm spoiled now because I'm used to seeing those high ones just hang up there looking pretty. That last one was a pretty, well, the one before that one was a pretty kick. He hadn't had a lot of pretty ones this year.
But
effective,
yeah,
but not pretty. You know, I'm spoiled.
It's like golf, man, on the scorecard. They don't ask how, they ask how many. Dolphins now backed up at their own 13-yard line. Zach Wilson's going to work out of the gun with right to his left. Wilson takes, hands it to right, over the right side with a flag down, dives to the 15, gain of 2, but let's check on that flag. And it's going to be against Miami. We have seen a bunch of flags early in this game.
Yes.
8th penalty of the game right here. We have played 16 and a half minutes.
Illegal formation offense, number 79. He was originally on the end of the line of scrimmage. They went from an illegal to a legal formation. However, that is a foul. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains first down.
Man, we're getting a whole tutorial on formations today early in this game. So that backs the Dolphins up inside their own 10. It is now 1st and 15 from their 8. Wilson out of the gun. 4 across the defensive front for the Lions. Single deep safety. Wilson's got it, sets at the goal line, wants to throw, stepping up, throws underneath, knocked away. Grant Stewart got a hand in there. Nice play on a pass that was intended.
Another penalty.
For D. Eskridge, we got another penalty. This one's in the end zone.
Yeah.
Before the pass, illegal use of the hands, defense, number 96. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Al-Quddin Mohammed called for the penalty. That is a killer because you take them out of a 1st and 15 inside their own 10, give them an automatic first down at the 13-yard line.
It was a no-doubter either, Dan. He got his hands up there and pushed the face mask back, so they're going to call that every time.
Yeah, he's been around a long time, too. He's got to know that. So a nice bailout for the Dolphins there. Gives them a first down at the 13-yard line. Wilson works out of the gun. There's the snap. Wilson wants to throw. Does right side. Incomplete. Wanted Connor. Sailed it a bit high. Connor went up. Couldn't haul it in out at the 33-yard line. He had come open. If that ball's a little bit lower, that's a big gain.
Yeah, I think Broderick Martin got in there. Again, late pressure from Broderick to get his hands up and made him just kind of throw it a little high. So that's nice late pressure from Broderick Martin.
And a good thing because there was not much in the way of coverage out there. That would have been a big hitter for the Dolphins there. Instead, they're looking at a 2nd and 10. And they're looking for Broderick to make plays. They want pressure. They want him to show up. Dolphins 2nd and 10 from their own 13. They lead at 7-0 second quarter. Zach Wilson takes the direct snap. 7-step drop. Wants to throw. Does. Towards the sideline. Incomplete. Almost picked off by the Lions that time. Alan George just arrived as a cornerback. He had a chance at that one intended for D. Eskridge. Almost overran it and allowed Eskridge to catch it.
You're right. He was a little early then.
I think he was thinking pick 6 because he was running the other way, but he didn't have the ball. Eskridge had a shot at it. Comes up empty, so we're looking at a 3rd down and 10 coming up for Miami. They're 2 out of 3 on 3rd down so far today from their own 13-yard line. Lions show 4 across that defensive front. There's the snap. Wilson back. Wilson sets it to 2, steps up, throws. It is knocked away and incomplete. Terrific defensive play by Luke Barku that time on a pass intended for Taj Washington, and the Lions defense will force a Miami punt.
Just a nice job of getting his arm around there without interfering with the wide receiver and was able to knock the ball down. That was just an excellent defensive play.
Really nice series for Lions defensive backs that time.
Yes. So again, they want to see it pay off on the offensive side of the ball now, Dan. We have to get something going offensively.
Bailey into punt. Lovett back deep for Detroit. Bailey standing a yard deep in the end zone to our right. He's got it, drives it with that right leg. Good punt. Lovett calls for a fair catch. Makes it at the 37-yard line. And that is where the Lions offense will take over. It's a 50-yard punt, no return. It is still Miami 7 and the Lions nothing. 13 minutes to go here in the first half. This is your home for Detroit Lions football.
4th and inches, or 4th and a fighting chance. At Henry Ford Health, we go for it. We go for it for our patients, teammates, friends, and family. In the labs, hospitals, clinics, and partnerships all around the state. We go for it for the millions of people who deserve a better quality of life. We go for it because we have to. It's who we are. We are Henry.
Henry Ford Health, official healthcare provider of the Detroit Lions. Find out more at henryford.com/teamdocs.
I need every classic cupped pepperoni lover to listen up. Michigan's own Hungry Howie's is going big and bold with the 73 Classic. They're over there putting 73 freaking Ronies on a large pizza for just $9.99. That's big time pep. I'm already craving those curled crispy edges and that 100% real mozz. I love me some Italian herb crust, but you do you. I ain't gotta tell you to upgrade the stuffed crust for just $3 more, do I? Get to hungryhowies.com now to place your order for a 73 Classic.
You've created the perfect indoor retreat, your own personal oasis from the summer heat. Now let Carrier help you keep it that way. With Carrier's innovative cooling solutions, you get more than just air conditioning. You get quiet, efficient performance that delivers premium comfort and energy savings that make a difference. Whether you're working from home or hosting a football party, Carrier systems are designed to keep your space just the way you like it. Learn more at carrier.com/residential. Carrier, proud partner of the Detroit Lions.
Across the country, schools are having to cut sports. Kellogg's Frosted Flakes is on a mission to fix that. With a Kellogg's Frosted Flakes box purchased, a $3 donation is sparked by uploading a receipt via missiontiger.com. Thanks to fans coast to coast, students at middle schools nationwide have better access to play sports, and Mission Tiger has created more than 2.3 million play experiences for students and counting. Please go to missiontiger.com to learn more.
All right, back at Ford Field, 13 minutes to go, first half. Lions down 7-0. They've got the football back. First and 10 coming up at their own 37. Lomas, what do you need to do to get this offense going?
I think, again, Dan, establish the run game. For us, everything comes off of the run. So we need to establish the run game. And that could be draws. It could be screen plays that you use as run, little short passes. But we got to get some type of rhythm going with our offensive line, keeping their pad level down.
Greg Reynolds in there at running back as they break the huddle. Kyle Allen will move in behind center, take the direct snap from Kingsley Egwakin. Zylstra in motion to the left side. First and 10 Lions from their own 37. Allen takes the snap, gives it to Reynolds, looks to the right, tries to get outside right. There he goes to the 40-yard line and out to the 44. Nice play by Good. He was the only man out there on the edge for Miami. He was able to stop him, but a 7-yard gain looked like it could have been a lot more.
Yeah, and Dan, I seen some of that quickness that Coach talked about from Kingsley Egwakin. Again, he was able to snap the ball and get up on the outside linebacker, and that's a talent. I mean, you have to be a good athlete to be able to go through all that traffic and climb up on the backer.
2nd and 3 for the Lions from their own 44. Down 7-0, second quarter. Allen out of the gun. There's the snap. He's back. They pick up the blitz. Allen drifts left, in trouble, gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Channing Tindall was in there first, had some help. That pocket just started to collapse. There is a flag down in the secondary.
It's against the Dolphins.
Normally you get a hold, illegal contact, something down there.
Illegal contact defense, number 32. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Well, one good bailout deserves another. Dolphins had a penalty that gave them a first down. Lions will get a first down out of this one.
You know, if I was a college student coming out right now, I'm on the offensive side of the ball. It's tough playing defense in the NFL. It really is. They are so restricted. So many things they can't do defensively. So I'm on the offensive side of the ball.
Man, you think about the way some of those guys played back in your day.
Yeah.
With their hands and strength and holding guys.
I mean, killing guys back in the day, man.
Lions get a first down off the penalty. They're now at their own 49-yard line with a first down. Allen up under center. Turns, gives it to Reynolds. Reynolds across midfield and into Dolphin territory down to the 47-yard line. Got 4 on the play. Cameron Good has been active today for Miami, made the stop. It'll set up a 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, one of the big things that's being emphasized in camp this year is the guys downfield blocking, the receivers, the tight ends, because that's where your big runs, that's where they happen at with guys getting downfield and blocking.
2nd and 6. Lions from the Miami 47. Allen out of the gun. He takes the snap. He's back, looking to the right side, throwing, caught. That is Meeks with it inside the 40 and down to the 39-yard line. Nice delivery, good catch by Meeks, gain of 8 on the play. And one thing about Jackson Meeks is, I had a chance to sit down with him this week. That's a big dude, man. There's a lot of body there. And you saw right there, when he posts up, it's tough for a defensive back to get around him or through him.
Little Debo Samuels type of guy, built kind of like
he's
that.
He's 6'2 and solid.
Yeah.
Got 2 catches today for 18 yards. Lions with a first down at the 39 of Miami. They keep it on the ground over the right side. That is Reynolds. Not much. Got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Yeah, nice job from number 94 on the Dolphins to just come through. That's Jordan Phillips. He actually beat Jamarco Jones, beat him inside that time. So that penetration, that quick penetration, is the one thing that can kill a running play, especially on the backside.
Got a yard on the play. Jamarco Jones over there at left tackle. Dan Skipper in there at right tackle. Lions now looking at a 2nd and 9 from the 38 of Miami. Allen out of the gun. Sailor's in at running back. Allen's got it, wants to throw, pumps once, now throws over the middle. It is caught. That's going to be a first down for the Lions. Isaac Tesla with the grab down at the 25-yard line of the Dolphins. Nice protection that time. Gave Allen time. He had to reload. Still had time to pick up 13 to the rookie receiver.
And nice job from Shane Zylstra to clear it out for Tesla to come behind him. He cleared it out with the sit-down route. Nice job of Tesla getting the ball.
1st and 10 Lions now from the 25 of Miami. They keep it on the ground. That is Sailors through a big hole inside the 20, inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line. That's an 11-yard gain.
Dan, I like him. Remember last week, he came in and he showed us something. I like Seller. I like the way he moves. I like the way he finds the hole, and he sets up his blocks too. So I like this young man.
Came into the game with 11 carries for 41 yards. Dan Campbell talked about him, just his awareness and his vision out there, and you saw it there. 1st down now from the 14 for the Lions. Deepest penetration of the game. They give it to Sailors again. Bounces it left. Finds some room. Moves the pile down to the 10-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Zeke Biggers made the stop for Miami.
Just another example of him, again, using his vision and his feet to get to the outside. There was nothing in between the tackles.
Little jump cut.
Yep, jump cut to get to the outside. We know somebody that made that famous, don't we? Little fella, little big fella. Yeah.
He usually kept going, too. Cut and go. Lions now on 2nd down. They give it to Sailors again. This time he's hitting the backfield, able to fight through that. Got back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it. Channing Tindall was the first one in there, and that play was really well diagnosed by Miami from the beginning. He was just fighting to get back to the line. It's going to set up now a 3rd and 6 for the Lions from the 10-yard line, trailing 7-0. 8:05 to go here in the first half. Lions so far 1 out of 4 on 3rd down. See what they dial up here. Kyle Allen moves in behind center. They go with an offset eye. Zylstra the up back, shaded to the right. Deep back is Reynolds. Allen's got it. Gives it to Reynolds. Tries to bounce it outside left. Hit and taken down. That'll be a loss of 1 on the play. Jordan Colbert, nice defensive play for the Dolphins. No movement from the Lions sideline. They're going to keep the offense out there on what will be a 4th and 7 from the 11. I think Dan Campbell's thinking, you know what? I know Jake Bates can hit from 29. Let me see what this offense can do with a 4th down here where they have to convert. Can get a 1st down at the 4-yard line. So here we go. 4th and 7 from the 11. Allen works out of the gun. Reynolds to his right. Allen leaning in, looking over that defense. There's the snap. Kyle Allen back, looking, throwing left side. Caught, wide open. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. Jackson Meeks. I don't know what happened to that Dolphins secondary, but nobody went with 83. Kyle Allen found him. They connect 11 yards, and the Lions are on the board for the first time today.
I tell you what, the first person that Kyle Allen congratulated was Craig Reynolds, because that block, if he wouldn't have got that block on that free release, there's no way Kyle would have got that pass off. Nice job, Craig Reynolds.
That Lions Red Zone offense was brought to you by Family Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Family in their red trucks in the red zone for you. 4th and 7. They connect for the touchdown. Nice. That'll help Kyle Allen's confidence. Snap. Spot kick away and good. Jake Bates sends it through. And we got a 7-7 game here. 7 minutes to go. 7's all around. At Ford Field in downtown Detroit on a Saturday afternoon. We'll step aside on the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
Football is finally back. Score all the deals at Buffalo Wild Wings this season before, during, or after the games. Get into your closest B-dubs for happy hour from 3 to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Or late night happy hour 9 p.m. to close. 7 days a week. Sign up for our Blazin' Rewards loyalty program and receive exclusive offers just for being a member. Visit BuffaloWildWings.com to find your nearest location.
Grand Traverse Resort and Spa presents the 30-second radio hour.
Looks like I found my true north.
Your true north is in the water hazard?
It's not where my shots fly, Bob. It's how my spirit soars when I'm up here.
Discover your true north moment on the 3 championship courses of Grand Traverse Resort and Spa.
Bob, lend me a ball?
No. Grand Traverse Resort and Spa. no truer north.
Detroit football fans, time to score big with McLaughlin's Home Furnishings, Metro Detroit's #1 team for quality home furnishings. With locations in Novi, Utica, and Southgate, we've got you covered like a strong safety when it comes to Metro Detroit's largest selection of American-made upholstery. The McLaughlin's team, a family-owned business for 72 years, is committed to quality home furnishings and great customer service. McLaughlin's, proud sponsor of the Lions Radio Network. Visit them online at McLaughlins.com.
BetMGM, proud partner of the Detroit Lions, is ready for football season. Want to join the fun? Download the BetMGM app to get started and place your bets with us all season long. Whether you're cheering on the Lions at the stadium or watching the game at home, you'll always be able to get in on the action with the BetMGM app. There's nothing better than a Lions win, and there's nothing like the thrill of winning at BetMGM. Download the BetMGM app today. Experience football season like never before. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 plus to wager. Michigan only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER for confidential help.
So the Lions find the end zone for the first time today. Kyle Allen to Jackson Meeks, 7-7 game. Lions now set to kick it off here. Miami will get it back momentarily. Talk about gaining real estate, brought to you by Kathy Brook of Max Brook Realtors. Max Brook Realtors, 4 seasons, is the official realtor of the Lions Radio Network. Lions go 63 yards, 10 plays, 6 minutes off the clock. Allen to Meeks from 11 yards out on 4th down. Meeks on the drive, 2 catches for 19 yards and a touchdown. Copyright in this broadcast owned by the Detroit Lions Incorporated. All rights to this broadcast are reserved. Any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written permission of the Detroit Lions Incorporated is prohibited. Jake Bates has it on the tees. Got the go-ahead. We're ready to go here. Eskridge and Gordon back deep. Jake sends it on the way. This is going to be taken right at the goal line. That is Eskridge up to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, across the 25, and out at the 27-yard line. Flag comes in behind the play. Avonte Maddox made the tackle on special teams. Let's see what we got. Send it down to the third man in our broadcast crew today, Adrian Hill. They tucking it away? What are we doing?
There's no foul in the play. First down Miami.
No foul.
We'll take it.
Yeah. Got enough. We're good. We're good for today on flags. So here come the Dolphins now from their own 7-yard line. Zach Wilson got the start for Miami today. So far, 8 out of 14, 89 yards and a touchdown. He is going to work out of the gun on first down. Wants to throw. Steps up, throws. It is caught. That is Taj Washington with it. He is hit and drilled after a 9-yard gain. And it'll be 2nd down and 1 coming up for Miami.
You know he wanted to put a little bit more into that hit, Dan. He kind of absorbed that more than he wanted to. But I'm telling you, it's hard playing defense in this league because that might have been considered a defenseless receiver. You never know.
Eric Hallett made the hit. Got the job done. Yeah. It doesn't have to be loud. Just be efficient.
Just get it done.
Ollie Gordon in at running back. He gets the call, turned away, stopped shy of the first down. We got a flag down right at the line of scrimmage.
Offside defense. Number 98 lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty for the previous spot. Automatic first down.
They just can't do that. It's not 98, I guarantee you that. DJ Reader's not playing today. I guess maybe it was, well, we don't know. But it's not DJ Reader.
Right.
He's probably offsides, but he's on the sidelines.
I think that's Broderick in there. That might have been Broderick, but just can't have it.
Whatever it is, that's a pre-snap penalty you can't have. You're looking right at the football. Gives the Dolphins a first down now at their own 41. They fake the run. Wilson with a deep drop, wants to throw, got a man wide open downfield. It's up for grabs and knocked away. It was intended for Eskridge. Hallett was the only man out there that really had a chance. He came back on the football, hit him in the hands. That's one you got to pick off.
Thank you,
That's
Dan.
up for grabs. That's like a punt. It's badly overthrown. Hallett may have mistimed his jump a little bit, but that thing hit him in the hands, and he came down hands on head. He knew that was an opportunity there.
Opportunity again for a turnover, opportunity for the coaches to see you do something big out there on the field. He has to have that catch.
Meanwhile, bad throw by Zach Wilson. Dolphins now 2nd and 10 from their own 41. Wilson's got it back, throws right side, caught by Connor, ridden out of bounds by Stewart at the 48-yard line. It's going to set up a 3rd down and 3 as they pick up 7 on the play.
Again, Connor caught the pass, but Grant Stewart had himself in good position to make that tackle and to limit the run after the catch. That's all you can ask for a guy like that, especially being matched up on some of these tight ends and some of these number 3 receivers too. Nice job, Grant.
So it is 3rd and 3 for the Dolphins from their own 48. Wilson out of the gun, Gordon to his right. Lions show 4 across the front. Wilson's got it, wants to throw, looks left, now looks right. Now going to get hit, going to go down. Sack. Isaac Ukwu got him. Beat his man, wrapped his arms around Zach Wilson and took him down, but there is a flag in the secondary, and it's going to be against the Lions.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 15. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic first down.
Grant Stewart called for the penalty. That will give the Dolphins a first down. But that said, you cannot wipe out the play here that was made by Isaac Ukwu. I mean, he just beat his man back to the quarterback and made the play.
I tell you what,
the penalty was far away from that.
And
coaches will look at the play by Ukwu.
It wasn't much what happened with Stewart.
So here come the Dolphins. They pick up 15 down to the Lion 37 to the first down. There's the snap. Wilson, quick though, left side, got to complete to Washington. Washington trying to get outside left. Dragged down from behind as he gets inside the 35-yard line. Nick Whiteside made the stop.
That was a nice job of Nick Whiteside making that tackle, because again, if he wouldn't have made that tackle, it was some green grass out there. So a nice job. Well, okay, he had his buddies coming. But nice job, Whiteside.
Kennelly got in there second after a gain of 6. So it's 2nd and 4 Miami now from the Lions 31. 7-7 game, 4:10 to go here first half. They give it to Gordon. Looks for a cutback lane, finds some room down to the 29-yard line. It's going to set up now a 3rd down and short for Miami. Avonte Maddox made the stop. So it is 7-7 game, 3:50 to go first half. Dolphins looking at a 3rd and 2 from the 29 of Detroit. Dolphins are 2 out of 4 so far today on 3rd down. They break the huddle. Wilson's going to move in behind center. Single back is Ollie Gordon. Wilson fakes the give, being chased, throws to Gordon. Right side's got the first down and more inside the 20, and take it down as he gets to the 16-yard line. Tackled from behind by Anthony Pittman. So damage done. That's first down for Miami. 13 yards on the play.
And basically what Miami's doing is just matching up their backs or their tight ends on our linebackers, and they're just winning one-on-one right now.
Red Zone defense brought to you by Fago, the one true pop. 1st and 10 Miami from the Lion 15. 7-7 game, 2:55 to play here first half. Gordon, the running back to the left of Wilson. Wilson's got it and wants to throw. Does right side, caught. Nope. Was it caught or dropped? Yep. Gordon, he caught it.
Yep.
Tanner Connor with the ground. Inside the 10 at the 9. Picked up 6 on the play.
That was just a simple 2 tight end set. Had but 1 tight end go out in the flat. That was Tanner Connor. And then you had the other tight end go in the end zone. Just a nice concept, nice simple concept.
Clock moving down to 2:35 now. 7-7 game. Dolphins, though, inside the Lion 10. 2nd and 4 from the 9. Wilson up under center. Takes the snap, turns, gives it to Gordon, running right, hit and taken down. Right at the line of scrimmage. Really nice play by the Lions that time. Miles Adams made the stop. It's good penetration by Adams that time, just to shed his block and then just engulf that running back and take him down. That will take us down to the 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning brought to you by Grand Traverse Resort and Spa. Book your next vacation at Grand Traverse Resort.
This is the 2-minute warning.
.com. We will step aside. 7-7 game. Dolphins knocking on the door here late in the first half. This is your home for Detroit Lions football.
Birmingham Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling is ready to tackle your plumbing and HVAC needs. Don't let your home team run cold this winter. Birmingham Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling has you covered. Get winning solutions for your heat and furnace issues from a trusted choice in residential services. Meet the team to beat at BirminghamPlumbingCO.com. That's BirminghamPlumbingCO.com. Birmingham Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, your Detroit boiler experts.
The red, white, and blue trucks are on the way. Birmingham Plumbing will save the day.
It's our 26-year anniversary sale here at Amish Direct Furniture.
That's right, we're putting our largest sale of the year ever. Save 20% or more only for the month of August. We're here in Sterling Heights on the corner of Hall Road and M53. And on every Saturday in August, come by and meet our Amish builders.
Straight from Chihuahua, just the way you want it. Amish Direct.
Visit us at AmishDirect.com.
Red Eddie.
Join the gridiron action in Detroit with Caesars Sportsbook. Download the app to bet the Lions game or all the game day excitement across the league. Plus, every bet earns with Caesars Rewards, so you could score big at more than 50 destinations. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Caesars Sportsbook is a proud sports betting partner of the Detroit Lions.
Detroit's largest laser IMAX is now open at the MJR Troy Cinema. It's IMAX most advanced theater ever with 4K laser projection, precision sound, and fully powered zero-gravity luxury recliners. Plus, the famous MJR VIP privacy pods. You haven't truly experienced a movie until you've experienced it in the largest laser IMAX in Metro Detroit. Get tickets at mjrtheaters.com today. Craving lobster? Get 50% off live Maine lobster from Plum Market. Pre-order now online for the freshest catch and experience the freshness that sets us apart at plummarket.com.
With NFL Plus, keep the NFL in reach. Stream live out-of-market preseason games, live local and primetime games on mobile during the regular and postseason, and NFL Network, including 7 exclusive live games. With NFL Plus Premium, watch every touchdown every Sunday afternoon during the regular season on NFL Red Zone. And for a limited time, save 20% on an annual NFL Plus Premium subscription. Offer ends September 15th. Sign up today at plus.nfl.com/radio. Terms and conditions apply.
Time for an NFL scoreboard update from the 1-800-CALL-SAM studios. It's the Colts over the Packers 13-0 in the race for the starting QB. So far, so good. Daniel Jones, 7 for 11. Anthony Richardson, 6 for 10. Back to Dan and Lomas.
Out of the 2-minute warning, it is the Dolphins with a 3rd and 4 from the Lion 9. Wilson out of the gun, Gordon to his right. Wilson, long count, looking over that defense. There's the shotgun snap. Zach Wilson back, looking, being chased, throws right side. It is incomplete. Just out of the reach of his intended receiver, Tarek Black. And that will bring up 4th down now. No movement from the Dolphins sideline yet. They're going to keep the offense on the field. The Lions did it on 4th and 7 from the 11 and scored a touchdown. This will be a 4th and 4 from Miami from the 9. 1:55 to play in the half. Clock stopped on the incomplete pass. Out of the huddle and to the line on 4th down and 4 from the Lion 9. Lions show 4 across the front. Wilson's going to work out of the gun again. And a timeout called from the Dolphins sideline.
Timeout, Miami. Their second.
So they want to talk things over with Zach Wilson, their quarterback, make sure everybody's on the same page. I think this is just one of those case moments where we talked about it before. You know what your field goal kicker can do.
Yeah.
You want to see what your quarterback can do, what your offensive line can do, what your playmakers can do.
Dan, we know 7 feels better than 3. So you want to push that ball in the end zone as many times as you can get across that goal line. You want to do it. So, like you say, we know what the kickers could do.
Here we go, out of the timeout. 4th and 4 from Miami from the Lions 9. Zach Wilson again out of the gun. Lions show full across that front. Wilson's got it back and looking. Wilson stepping to the right. Gonna get hit. Gonna go down. Sack back outside the 15-yard line. Isaac Ukwu got him again. Had one wiped out by a penalty. That one will count. That was just a jailhouse break that time, Lomas. There were all sorts of Honolulu blue jerseys coming to Zach Wilson. Goes down as a loss of 8 on the play.
And Ukwu just hesitated just a little bit and came on that delayed blitz, and it opened up for him. Nice job.
Lions defense stands tall. 1:50 to go first half. We'll step aside. 7-7 game on the Detroit Lions radio network.
Hey, football fans, with Delta Dental and Delta Vision, your smile will be an MVP, and your vision will be sharp enough to catch every play. Don't fumble your health. Visit DeltaDentalMI.com to shop our comprehensive dental and vision plans today. That's DeltaDentalMI.com for comprehensive dental and vision plans. Delta Dental of Michigan Delta Vision plans are underwritten by Renaissance Life and Health Insurance Company of America.
I'm Dan Campbell, head coach of the Detroit Lions. What if I told you there's a legal team whose winning record goes back over 50 years? What if this team had a roster of some of the best and brightest in their field? And what if I said that every time this team wins, you win too? I'm talking about Michigan's first family of law, Sam Bernstein Law. If you've been injured in an accident, calling Sam will be the best call you ever make. Get a winning team to fight for you. Get the Bernstein advantage. Call Sam.
Injured? 1-800-CALL-SAM.
For 120 years, Ford has been committed to doing the right thing for America. And we're not going anywhere. That's why Ford assembles more vehicles in the U.S. than any other automaker and employs the most hourly auto workers in the country. That's not a boast, it's a pledge to the Americans who drive our vehicles and the capable people who build them, because our values can't be offshored. We do it for the people who make America. Workers, farmers, first responders, communities. As long as America depends on them, they can depend on us. Ford Motor Company. From America, for America.
Based on S&P Global Mobility Calendar Year 2024 U.S. light vehicle production data. Assembled in the USA with domestic and foreign parts. Based on 2024 year-end hourly employment data.
Timeout for the sack recap brought to you by Blue Flame Propane. We bring the heat. Isaac Ukwu brought the heat on that 4th down play, sacking Zach Wilson, ending that drive by the Dolphins and giving the Lions the football back. So here we go, 1:50 to play in the first half. 7-7 game. They've got it 1st and 10 at their own 17. They'll keep it on the ground on 1st down. That's a big run by Sione Baki across the 30 and out to the 31-yard line. That's the kind of play you're looking for that now gets your offense engaged, and you'll see the 2-minute offense from here after a 14-yarder. Lions go straight to the line now from their own 31. Allen's got it, back looking, throwing left side. It is caught. Running out of bounds with it is the tight end, Zach Horton. That'll stop the clock with 1:27 to go. He gains 6 on the play.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see. You want to see your quarterback. You want to see your second offense in this situation right here where they got an opportunity with 1:27, all 3 timeouts to get downfield and try to put it in the end zone.
Out of the huddle and to the line. Allen's going to work out of the gun. Baki to his right. There's the snap. Allen's got it. Allen in trouble. Allen sacked. That time just got beat on the play. Dolphins just broke through there. That was Grayson Murphy making the play.
And again,
somebody got beat up front there low.
Jamarco Jones. He just came inside on him, Dan.
Miami, your 3rd and final of the half. This will be a 30-second timeout. Please reset the game clock to 1:18. 1:18.
What'd you see on that play?
As an offensive lineman, you want to sit heavy on the inside. That's where guys can beat you at. That's the quickest route to the quarterback is coming inside on you. So as an offensive tackle, you want to force this guy outside as much as you can all game long.
So the sack sets the Lions back, looking at a 3rd and 12. Miami thinking about getting the ball back. They've called a timeout with 1:18 to play. So when we get back to it, the Lions will have it at their own 29, 3rd and 12. Let's see what John Morton dials up as Kyle Allen brings him to the line. 3rd and 12 for Detroit. Allen out of the gun. Dolphins show 4 across the front. There's the snap. Allen back. Allen looking, throwing. It is caught. Short of the first down is Lovett out to the 37-yard line. 38. It's going to set up a 4th and 3. No movement from the Lions sideline yet.
Nice route from Lovett, too, that time, to stick his foot in the ground and get enough separation to where Kyle Allen could put that ball on the outside of him. Just a nice job.
Stop the clock with 1:14 to go. Lions are going to go for it here. 4th and 3 from their own 38-yard line. Dan Campbell wants to see just how Allen operates here as quarterback. He's got a big opportunity. 4th down. Here we go. Out of the gun. There's the snap to Allen. He's back to throw. Looking, throwing middle. It is caught. That is a first down to Isaac Tesla. Set down in the middle of that defense. Caught it.
Timeout.
And the Lions will take a timeout.
They're first. This will be a 30-second timeout.
It's a gain of 7 on 4th and 3, so the Lions move the chains. And look, in a regular season, this is Dan Campbell, but in a regular season, they're not going to go for it there. But they want to see, what does Kyle Allen do? How does he deliver? How can he continue to run this 2-minute offense? And that's why you go for it right there.
And he was on he didn't feel the pressure on the backside, which is a good thing. When your quarterback doesn't feel that pressure, he stood right in there and threw a nice pass.
I don't want to say he'd never go for it in the regular season, because that might get me in trouble.
Right.
Because he might.
You're right about that.
Out of the timeout, Lions with a first down at their own 44. Allen brings him to the line. He'll work out of the gun. Vaki to his left. There's the snap. Allen back. Allen looking, throwing deep middle. Caught inside the 35, inside the 30. Jackson Meeks down to the 29-yard line. Nice delivery that time by Allen. Jackson Meeks hauls it in. That's a big gain of 27.
Detroit, they're second.
And again, another nice route from our receivers that time. They're running crisp routes, and that's what is getting these guys open, getting that separation yardage between them and the DB that's covering them. Nice job, nice route, nice throw.
So that sets the Lions up now at the 29-yard line of Miami with a first down. They have 1 timeout left and a minute to play in the first half. Got to credit those guys up front, too, giving him time to get that off. That's not a quick route that they're running there. That's deep downfield.
You're right. I mean, maybe 2 times with, like I say, Jamarco Jones. But other than that, I think the line has been pretty solid today so far.
All right, out of the timeout, here come the Lions now. 1st and 10 from the Dolphin 29. Allen out of the gun. Minute to play. They hand it off to Vaki. Vaki finds some room over the left side, stretches inside the 25 and down to the 22-yard line. That'll be a gain of 7 on the play. Lions will go straight to the line now. Clock down to 45 seconds and moving. There's the snap. Allen back. Allen looking, throwing middle. It is caught. That is Vaki again. He's got the first down to the 18. And Dan Campbell will quickly burn his final timeout with 37 seconds to go.
Detroit, their 3rd and final of the half. This will be a 30-second timeout.
So a first down for the Lions at the 18 of Miami. 37 seconds to go. Lions do not have any more timeouts here as we get towards the end of the first half.
And I talked about Jamarco Jones. I talked about his 2 negative plays he had. But the play before this one, he had a nice double-team block, which enabled Sinone Vaki to get up there and get the yardage that he got. So, yeah, have a couple of bad plays, but you have to try to bounce back with some good plays, and that was a good play from Jamarco Jones.
1st and 10 now. Lions from the 18 of Miami. Out of the timeout, it's Allen out of the gun. Kyle Allen leans in. There's the snap. He wants to throw it. Looking left, pumping once, now throwing to the end zone. It is up to grab, and it is caught. Isaac Tesla with a defender draped all over him that time. He beat Cornell Armstrong for the score. What a terrific play for the rookie, and a nice throw by Kyle Allen.
Dan, I missed that one right there because I was watching This fellow right here, he just had a clean out block that time. Defensive end tried to come back in on
Natani
Jamarcus.
Muti.
Yeah, Muti. I love Muti. Muti got him some that time. So Muti, I like that.
That's a big-time play by
Yes.
Isaac Tesla. That's a contested catch. Going up, using that big body, getting a little bit of separation with it from Cornell Armstrong, hauling it in. Extra point by Bates is up, and it is good, and it's the Lions 14 and the Dolphins 7. Couple things there, Lomas. Big play by Tesla. Really nice play by the offensive line up front all the way down the field. Kyle Allen directs a 2-minute offense. Converts in a couple of high-leverage situations. That's exactly what Dan Campbell wanted to see.
Yeah, I mean, a 7-year vet like you're talking about, he's playing like a veteran out there on the field right now. Had outside pressure. He didn't feel the outside pressure. Stepped up and made some nice throws. And you could tell that the offense was in rhythm that last series that time. So great job, Kyle Allen and the second string offense. Dan Muti. Nathan.
Just go with Muti.
Okay, Muti. Okay, I'll just live it with Muti. But Muti got some booty. You like that, huh?
Offensive line, man, they did a really nice job. Brought to you by Serta Mattresses. Be as comfortable in your Serta mattress as Kyle Allen was on that drive. How about 6 out of 6, 70 yards, and a touchdown in the 2-minute offense?
That's great.
That's big-time stuff.
Absolutely.
Kickoff is going to be fielded by the Dolphins down at the 5-yard line. That is Eskridge with it. Across the 30 and out to the 35-yard line. And Miami will take over. Clock down to 25 seconds left. So Miami at the, where are you going to place the ball down? 37, 38, now 36. Back he goes. 36-yard line. We'll see if they want to get aggressive here with Zach Wilson.
Why not?
Miami doesn't have any timeouts left. Wilson's going to go empty out of the gun. Lions show 4 across that defensive front. 2 deep safeties. Miami from their own 36-yard line. 25 seconds to go in the half. Wilson's got it. Wants to throw. Does right side. It is caught. Taj Washington across the 45. Shy of the first down by about a half yard. Clock down to 10 seconds to go as they go to the line. Down to 9. Down to 8. There's the snap to Wilson. Wilson's going to throw middle of the field. That's going to be the final play. It is caught by Tanner Connor, but he's going to be taken down at the 44-yard line of Detroit. And the 3 zeros on the clock tell us. Thank you. We're at the end of the first half. 14-7, Lions on top. This is your home for Detroit Lions football.
The world's most comfortable mattress is made right here in Michigan and has been for over 112 years. It's the one and only Serta, and Serta is family owned. Don't pick a mattress out of a box. Pick the mattress that's been purchased by millions year after year. And right now, during the Labor Day sale, save up to $925 off an iComfort Pro mattress. Serta is the mattress name you know and trust. Go to Serta.com to find a retailer near you. That's Serta.com.
People can't have access to quality medical care without affordable health insurance. At Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, we understand increasing health insurance costs are becoming more of a strain on the budgets of the businesses and people we serve. Affordability matters. It affects real families, real decisions, and real care. That's why at Blue Cross, we're dedicated to finding solutions. To learn about this critical issue and our efforts to make healthcare affordable for all, visit mibluedaily.com/affordability today.
I need every classic cupped pepperoni lover to listen up. Michigan's own Hungry Howie's is going big and bold with the 73 Classic. They're over there putting 73 freaking Ronies on a large pizza for just $9.99. That's big time pep. I'm already craving those curled crispy edges and that 100% real mozz. I love me some Italian herb crust, but you do you. I ain't gotta tell you to upgrade the stuffed crust for just $3 more, do I? Get to hungryhowies.com now to place your order for a 73 Classic.
Are you flying out of Detroit Metro Airport and need a convenient place to park? U.S. Park on Middlebelt is known for having the best parking service at Detroit Metro Airport. Board one of our new spacious shuttles, and our friendly drivers will transport you quickly and safely to your terminal. You can even save money by reserving online at our website, us-park.com. That's us-park.com. Reserve your spot now and save. Put it in park with U.S. Park.
Grand Traverse Resort and Spa presents the 30-second radio hour.
Looks like I found my true north.
Your true north is in the water hazard?
It's not where my shots fly, Bob. It's how my spirit soars when I'm up here.
Discover your true north moment on the 3 championship courses of Grand Traverse Resort and Spa.
Bob, lend me a ball?
No. Grand Traverse Resort and Spa. No truer north.
This is the Detroit Lions halftime show, presented by Verizon on the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
Great to have you guys with us. Lions lead the Dolphins in preseason game number 3, 14-7 at the break. Your first half recap is brought to you by none other than Hungry Howie's Flavor Crust Pizza. Flavor as bold as going for it on 4th down. Order Hungry Howie's today. Well. This was a first half of growth, was it not? Got off rough, got off uneven, got off not sharp. Penalties, the bugaboo for Detroit early. First drive, 5 plays, 10 yards. Allen complete to Jackson Meeks for 11 yards, but then a holding penalty. Delay of game penalty, 3rd and 15, Detroit punts. Miami goes just 2 yards on 3 plays. Detroit gets the ball back. Holding penalty on Horton. Illegal forward pass. Punt again. Miami gets the ball back, goes 80 yards on 12 plays. Zach Wilson complete to Eskridge for 11 yards and a touchdown. And the Miami Dolphins lead it 7-0 after 1. But in that second quarter, Detroit goes on a march. They go 16 yards on 6 plays. They have incomplete pass, 4th down, Detroit punts. Miami gets the ball back, 3 and out. Good defensive job there. And here is that march. 10 plays, 63 yards for the Lions in the second quarter. You had Reynolds running the ball. You had Jackson Meeks catching the ball. You had Allen to Isaac Tesla complete on this particular drive. And then on 4th and 7, it was Kyle Allen improving his play in this quarter to Jackson Meeks from 11 yards out.
Allen leaning in, looking over that defense. There's the snap. Kyle Allen back, looking, throwing left side. Caught, wide open. Touchdown, Detroit Lions, Jackson Meeks. I don't know what happened to that Dolphins secondary, but nobody went with 83. Kyle Allen found him. They connect, 11 yards, and the Lions were on the board for the first time today.
Miami gets the ball back. They go 56 yards on 10 plays. They have a 4th and 4 inside the Lions' red zone. And Isaac Ukwu, a disruptor the entirety of the first half, gets to Zach Wilson on the money down.
Lions show full across that front. Wilson's got it back and looking. Wilson stepping to the right. Gonna get hit. Gonna go down. Sack back outside the 15-yard line. Isaac Ukwu got him again. Had one wiped out by a penalty. That one will count.
And then the most impressive drive, frankly, that I've seen from the Lions all preseason. 9 plays, 83 yards. Key completions along the way to Jackson Meeks, Isaac Tesla. Also, key runs by Sione Vake. And then an NFL caliber post-up play. You've seen the best big receivers do it. Your excitement for one Isaac Tesla is very, very much warranted. And Kyle Allen really putting that drive together and really polishing himself in that final stanza for Detroit, complete to Isaac Tesla from 18 yards out.
Kyle Allen leans in. There's the snap. He wants to throw it. Looking left, pumping once, now throwing to the end zone. It is up for grabs, and it is caught. Isaac Tesla with a defender draped all over him that time. He beat Cornell Armstrong for the score. What a terrific play for the rookie, and a nice throw by Kyle Allen.
And that makes it 14-7 Lions at the break. Your excitement for Tesla is warranted. Dan Campbell will want to clean up the penalties. 7 for 55 yards in half number 1. But the Lions lead it 14-7. We will take you around the NFL with a busy Saturday scoreboard coming your way next, right here on the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
Appliance emergency? ABC Warehouse has got you covered. Unexpected appliance breakdown? Don't stress. ABC has flexible financing options to make it easy finding the perfect fit for your budget. From 0% down to low monthly payments, you can say goodbye to that broken appliance and hello to massive savings at ABC Warehouse. In stock. Get it today. Free delivery. ABC Warehouse is the closest thing to wholesale.
Hey, Metro Detroit, it's Dean Austin of Austin Benefits. We're back home taking on Miami. And in this game, it's simple. You either sink or swim. Let me ask you a question. Health insurance carriers just announced large rate increases. Is your company prepared? Austin Benefits minimizes the cost and maximizes the benefits. Now that's a real winning strategy. Michigan leaders are done settling for mediocre results from their current broker. You should be too. Your team, your employees, your company deserves more. Contact me, Dean Austin, today to win your benefits game. Visit austinbenefits.com. Touchdown!
Whether you're getting ready for the last barbecue of the summer, the first tailgate, or planning for the colder weather, Blue Flame Propane provides fast, reliable, and safe delivery of clean, cost-efficient propane. Always backed by a price match guarantee. Our Richmond-based family business has been here for your home, agricultural, and commercial propane needs for over 35 years, with locations across Michigan. Visit BlueFlamePropaneInc.com today to score big savings and keep the game day spirit alive. BlueFlamePropaneInc.com. We bring the heat.
Hey, football fans, with Delta Dental and Delta Vision, your smile will be an MVP, and your vision will be sharp enough to catch every play. Don't fumble your health. Visit DeltaDentalMI.com to shop our comprehensive dental and vision plans today. That's DeltaDentalMI.com for comprehensive dental and vision plans. Delta Dental of Michigan Delta Vision plans are underwritten by Renaissance Life and Health Insurance Company of America.
Touchdown your logistics game with CMAC Transportation. Reliable trucking, expert warehousing, and unbeatable service. Just like the team in the D on a winning drive. Visit CMACTransportation.com today.
Time for your first half scoreboard. It's brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Get to B-Dubs for late night happy hour, 9 p.m. to close every single night. The Colts lead the Packers 13-3 at the break. The battle for the starting quarterback job in Indy is about even. Daniel Jones 7 for 11. Anthony Richardson 6 for 11 in that first stanza. The Patriots lead the Vikings 14-3. Well-traveled backup Josh Dobbs 11 for 16 and a touchdown in that first half. No J.J. McCarthy for Minnesota. It's the Browns 19 and the Eagles 13 in the first half of this one. Dylan Gabriel gets the start, 13 for 18. No touchdowns, but an interception in the early going. And the Texans lead the Panthers 13-3. Marks for Houston, 40 yards on 7 carries, and Davis Mills 8 for 14, 61 yards in half number 1. Lions lead the Dolphins 14-7 at the break. Back with the second half right after this here on the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
The world's most comfortable mattress is made right here in Michigan and has been for over 112 years. It's the one and only Serta, and Serta is family owned. Don't pick a mattress out of a box. Pick the mattress that's been purchased by millions year after year. And right now, during the Labor Day sale, save up to $925 off an iComfort Pro mattress. Serta is the mattress name you know and trust. Go to Serta.com to find a retailer near you. That's Serta.com.
Crystal here from Family Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. When it comes to your home's comfort, why not choose a company that feels like family? From basic repairs to energy-efficient installations, we treat every home as if it were our own. For over 55 years, our family has lived, played, and worked in Southeast Michigan, and we are dedicated to the work we do for our neighbors. Our team is here to help you with personalized service you can trust. Visit FamilyHeating.com to find the location near you and call to schedule your free no-pressure estimate today.
Detroit football
football fans. Time to score big with McLaughlin's Home Furnishings, Metro Detroit's #1 team for quality home furnishings. With locations in Novi, Utica, and Southgate, we've got you covered like a strong safety when it comes to Metro Detroit's largest selection of American-made upholstery. The McLaughlin's team, a family-owned business for 72 years, is committed to quality home furnishings and great customer service. McLaughlin's, proud sponsor of the Lions Radio Network. Visit them online at McLaughlins.com.
You wouldn't fix an injury with half a team, so why go to 3 places for care? At Synergy Health Partners, our orthopedic, spine, hand, podiatry, and pain specialists work together with MRI, PT, and pharmacy all in one location. One team, one game plan, no runaround. Get back in the game faster. Schedule at synergyhealth.org. Synergy Health Partners. Smarter ortho and spine care. No runaround.
Craving big flavor? Tubby's has the subs you love, and they're stacked high with the good stuff. Try a grilled chicken and cheddar or our famous steak and cheese. Tubby's Sub Shops.
14-7 Lions lead the Dolphins at the break. Boy, guys, Isaac Tesla, that pick was heavily scrutinized. I have to think Brad Holmes is smiling mighty wide right about now.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt about it. Look, when you give up the kind of capital they gave up for a guy that some people had going lower in the draft, there's going to be some questions. But Brad Holmes backs it up by saying, that was my favorite receiver in the entire draft. And man, I don't think there's anything you can argue with based on what we've seen from Isaac Tesla so far, because this has gone from the practice field to the games here in the preseason. And we're talking big contested catches a couple of times. We saw it last week. We saw it this week. Using his body, going up, snatching that ball out of the air and scoring.
Tough catches, too, Dan. You're right about that. And he's been consistent this whole camp. From day one, he's been a consistent player, somebody that the quarterback looks for to rely on. And he got some great tutelage when you got St. Brown and those guys in that room, too.
And Kyle Allen, first half, 14 out of 17, 124 yards, 2 touchdowns, rating 136.3. He's got to be happy. Dan Campbell's got to be happy. John Morton's got to be happy.
Playing like a 7-year vet. He really is. He's playing like a veteran out here who's been in these situations before and playing like a guy that really wants this job. So kudos to Kyle Allen. Now we'll see what Hendon Hooker can do to put himself in position to compete for that second-string job.
Lions set to kick it off to start the second half here. They will do that. Dolphins will get a chance to return. It will be taken. And a heads-up play right there by the Dolphin return man, Ollie Gordon. That ball was bouncing near the far sideline. What he did was established himself out of bounds, then touched the ball, which means the kick is out of bounds. This should come out to the 40-yard line.
Yeah.
Kick out of bounds against the kicking team. The player went out of bounds and was still out of bounds when he came back in and touched the kick. That is a foul by rule. The ball will be placed at the 40-yard line, first down.
Yeah, so even though the ball never technically goes out of bounds, if the player establishes themselves as out of bounds and then touches the ball, it's just a great play. It's one you don't see very often, but if you're the Dolphins, you're looking at that young man and you're saying, that's a heads-up play, guy.
Yeah, that
really
was.
Heads-up play.
And you remember Coach Phipps said that Jake Bates has been kind of struggling with getting it in the landing zone and some of the kicks that he's made. So it's a work in progress.
So here come the Dolphins now. First down for them at their own 40-yard line after the penalty. Dolphins on offense, new quarterback. It's Quinn Ewers, the rookie out of Texas, hands off to Ollie Gordon. Gets across the 43 to the 44-yard line. Ewers taken in the 7th round of this past draft by Miami out of Texas. Big-time recruit when he went to Ohio State. Ultimately went to the Longhorns, played 3 years, played well. Trying to win a job as a backup here in Miami. Ewers to the line now. Dolphins with a 2nd and 6 from their own 44. Started the third quarter, Lions up 14-7. Ewers, play action fake, sets in the pocket, throws downfield. It is incomplete, knocked away. Nice defensive play for the Lions that time. On a pass intended for Theo Weiss. It is knocked away by Whiteside. Nice job to get a hand in there and just knock that away. It was a nice delivery that time,
yes.
It looked like, by Quinn Ewers.
That was a completion if he didn't get his hand in there, you're exactly right. Had himself in the right position, trailing the play, but was able to get that hand in there and knock the ball away. Nice play, Whiteside.
Dolphins 3 out of 6 on third down so far today. Looking at a 3rd and 6 here from their own 44. Ewers out of the gun. Lions rush 4. Ewers throws right side, short arms it incomplete. Intended out there for A.J. Henning, but he just didn't get much on that football. Coverage well out there. Whiteside.
Not Halleck. That was Halleck that time. Just a nice job of kind of coming underneath and just being in position to where it had to be a perfect throw for that ball to be completed.
Tom Kennedy back deep for Detroit as the Dolphins get set to punt it away. There's the snap. Punts away by Ryan Stonehouse. Kennedy calls for a fair catch and makes it with a flag down at the 14-yard line. We'll check on that flag here. 42 yards on the punt, no return. Here's the call.
There's no foul in the play. First down, Detroit.
So the Lions will take over. We anticipate him. We'll have a new quarterback. Hendon Hooker takes over. First half was going to go to Kyle Allen. Second half was going to go to Hendon Hooker. Allen, I think, did his job.
Yes.
There's nothing more you could have asked from him in this game. Even the 3 incompletions he had, receivers got hands on.
You're right.
He could have been a little bit lower with the throws, but there was an opportunity there for those plays to be made. He didn't miss much today. Sailors the single back as the Lions take over. Hooker hands to him, tries to spin away from penetration, can't do it. He is wrapped up and taken down behind the line of scrimmage for the Dolphins. That is Jason Marshall. Really nice play. It's going to result in a loss back to the 12-yard line.
And I just want to see how Hendon handles this situation. A big situation for him right now.
Loss of 1, second down and 11. Hooker's going to work out of the gun, standing on the 7-yard line to our left. Hooker's got it, rolls right, looking, hit, sacked. He is tossed that time. Jordan Phillips got a hand on him and then wrapped those big arms around him and just threw Hooker to the ground back at the 6-yard line. That's a loss of 7.
And you could tell it was a design throw. Yep. It was designed for him to throw the ball. Again, I just think he's rushing so much. It must be moving 1,000 miles an hour for him right now, just the way he's playing.
Got a 3rd and 18 here. Lions from their own 6. They hand it to Sailors, and he is taken down after a very short gain, if he got one. Taken down on the play for the Dolphins that time by Grayson Murphy.
And again, you put yourself in that position where you're 3rd and 17, 3rd and 18. There's not a lot of plays in that playbook that gets you completions that way. That's why you see the coaches either hand it off or a nice safe play in situations like that.
Henning back deep to take the punt for Miami. Jack Fox backed up. He's 8 yards deep in the end zone to our left. Fox has got it, gets the punt away. Good high punt, good hang time. Henning under it at the 37-yard line. Cuts it up inside the numbers, then he goes outside, up the left sideline, inside the 40, and in Lions territory, he is shoved out of bounds down around the 37-yard line. That is where they will take over. Anthony Pittman finally shoved him out, but a nice return by A.J. Henning that time. 56 yards on the punt, 26 yards on the return. Miami's got it. Lions lead it. It is 14-7, 12:22 to go third quarter. This is your home for Detroit Lions football.
4th and inches, or 4th and a fighting chance. At Henry Ford Health, we go for it. We go for it for our patients, teammates, friends, and family. In the labs, hospitals, clinics, and partnerships all around the state. We go for it for the millions of people who deserve a better quality of life. We go for it because we have to. It's who we are. We are Henry.
Henry Ford Health, official healthcare provider of the Detroit Lions. Find out more at henryford.com/teamdocs.
People can't have access to quality medical care without affordable health insurance. At Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, we understand increasing health insurance costs are becoming more of a strain on the budgets of the businesses and people we serve. Affordability matters. It affects real families, real decisions, and real care. That's why at Blue Cross, we're dedicated to finding solutions. To learn about this critical issue and our efforts to make healthcare affordable for all, visit mibluedaily.com/affordability today.
I'm Sam Laporta, and I approve this message.
Genesis has teamed up with Sam Laporta to give you more. Score big with Genius High Yield Checking, now earning 6.75% APY, plus debit rewards. Get the checking account that can pay you nearly $500 a year. No fees, no minimum balance.
Hey, this is Sam Laporta. Open an account today.
Visit genesiscu.org.
Federally insured by the NCUA. Annual percentage yield paid on average daily balance up to $7,500. Rate subject to change anytime. Contact us for details.
Across the country, schools are having to cut sports. Kellogg's Frosted Flakes is on a mission to fix that. With a Kellogg's Frosted Flakes box purchase, a $3 donation is sparked by uploading a receipt via missiontiger.com. Thanks to fans coast to coast, students at middle schools nationwide have better access to play sports, and Mission Tiger has created more than 2.3 million play experiences for students and counting. Please go to missiontiger.com to learn more.
All right, back here. We saw a number of penalties on special teams last week. We had a penalty to open the third quarter on the kickoff, and then a 26-yard punt return there. Dave Phipp talks about the fact that it might not always be them just trying to make plays out there. Sometimes you're working on things, and that could certainly be the case because they're trying players in different positions to see what they can do. That can make special teams tough in the preseason. Here comes Miami now. 1st and 10. From the 36-yard line of Detroit. Ewers takes the snap, hands to Gordon, right side, big hole, inside the 30, inside the 25, powers his way inside the 20, and taken down at the 17-yard line. It's a big-time run, 19 yards on the play. Lauren Strickland finally brought him down, but a good downhill run by Ollie Gordon that time. Yeah. Lions Red Zone defense brought to you by Fago, the one true pop.
They did a nice job on the backside. That's why that play was so successful. Nice backside blocking.
Dolphins now 1st and 10 from the Lions 17. Ewers turns, fakes the give to Gordon this time. Being chased, throws, it is caught. Short gain down to the 14-yard line. DJ Miller made the tackle immediately after the grab was made from Miami that time by Theo Weiss.
Nice job from Keith Cooper that time again. Late pressure, but getting his hands up in the vision of the quarterback. Nice job, Keith Cooper.
2nd and 7. For the Dolphins from the Lion 14. Out of the huddle and to the line. Ewers will move in and take the direct snap. Gordon the single back. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Tight end goes in motion. Myra to the right side. They go on the ground to Gordon. Nothing doing. Stood up right at the point of contact on that defensive line. Big Miles Adams was in there. Had some help too. A lot of hats to the ball that time. Nice work by the Lions. Ezekiel Turner as well. So that's going to set up now as we have an injured player down on the field. Medical staff taking a look at him. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Detroit Lions radio network.
WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. An Odyssey sports station.
14-7 Lions on top. Injury time out on the field. We'll step aside on the Detroit Lions radio network.
Whether you're getting ready for the last barbecue of the summer, the first tailgate, or planning for the colder weather, Blue Flame Propane provides fast, reliable, and safe delivery of clean, cost-efficient propane, always backed by a price match guarantee. Our Richmond-based family business has been here for your home, agricultural, and commercial propane needs for over 35 years, with locations across Michigan. Visit BlueFlamePropaneInc.com today to score big savings and keep the game day spirit alive. BlueFlamePropaneInc.com. We bring the heat.
Grand Traverse Resort and Spa presents the 30-second radio hour.
Looks like I found my true north.
Your true north is in the water hazard?
It's not where my shots fly, Bob. It's how my spirit soars when I'm up here.
Discover your true north moment on the 3 championship courses of Grand Traverse Resort and Spa.
Bob, lend me a ball?
No. Grand Traverse Resort and Spa. no truer north.
When choosing a company to install or repair your AC, heat, or electrical, you want a company you can trust, a company with experience and integrity. For over 50 years, Family Heating, Cooling, and Electrical has built their business on honesty and providing quality services and craftsmanship for a fair price. They service all brands, and their estimators don't work on commission, so they won't sell you anything you don't need or want. Family. It's not just the name of their company, but the way they do business. Family and Red Trucks. In the red zone for you. Visit FamilyHeating.com. That's FamilyHeating.com.
From the biggest of the big games to the littlest of the little.
There you go. Go!
Run, James!
No. First base!
Go, go, go! Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support hundreds of local sports teams across the Midwest. From some of the biggest stadiums in the state to the familiar fields down the street. You're helping make a difference to the people and places you call home. Learn more at Meijer.com/community.
Injury timeout a moment ago brought to you by Henry Ford Health, the official healthcare provider of the Detroit Lions. Visit henryford.com/teamdocs. Ahmed Hassanin was the injured player up and off under his own power, but straight to the locker room with part of the Lions medical team. So we'll get an update on him when one comes available. Meanwhile, it is 3rd and 8 for the Dolphins from the 15-yard line of the Lions. Ewers is going to go empty out of the gun. Now Gordon will join him in the backfield. He lines up to the left of his quarterback. There's the snap. Ewers back. Ewers looking, throwing middle. It is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Nice delivery that time by Ewers. It is grabbed by Theo Weiss, and the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game.
Again, a nice job. We tried to go back with an ET game, our stunt game, tried to bring the end inside and the D-tackle outside. Again, another nice job of Miami picking up the stunt, giving the quarterback just enough time to get that pass off.
So the Lions with the extra point coming up here. Excuse me, the Dolphins with the extra point coming up here. Sanders is ready. Snap, hold, kick. It is up and good. We got a 14-14 game, 10:36 to go here in the third quarter. So the big punt return sets up Miami with great field position. Quinn Ewers pays it off with a touchdown pass.
Quinn did what he needed to do when he got out there, Dan. So again, they special teams put him in a great position. Didn't have a long field, but he did what he needed to do, moving that team up and down the field. And give Miami a lot of credit. I mean, they didn't look nearly this way in practice.
Right.
But give them credit for coming out here today and really looking like a totally different team than what we've seen the last couple of days.
Third quarter sponsored by U.S. Park. Put it in park with U.S. Park at Detroit Metro Airport. We will see Hendon Hooker again here momentarily.
We got to see something.
Sailors goes back deep for the Lions. So too does Deion Jackson, backup running back. So 2 running backs back deep for Detroit. See if they can get some sort of return off the kickoff by Sanders here. Here's the run up in the kick, sends it on its way. This is going to be Jackson from the 1-yard line left side. Jackson back up to the 10, to the 15, cuts right at the 20, then back at the 25, and out to the 30-yard line, and that is where the Lions will take over. Daquan Jackson made the tackle on special teams for the Dolphins. Back will come Hendon Hooker. Lomas, prescribe me a cure for the slump that Hendon Hooker appears to be in right now.
I think the cure for Hendon Hooker is things have to slow down for him. He has to slow things down, Dan. I know he knows the playbook. He's been in the system for a couple of years now, but things seem to be moving at 100 miles an hour for this young man. He has to slow it down.
From their own 30, Hooker will take the direct snap, turns, fakes the give to Sailor, steps up in the pocket, gets hit, and he's going to go down. Fights his way back close to the line of scrimmage. May have lost a yard there. That's a sack. Cameron Good with the sack for Miami.
So we need to see a replay of that just to see just how clean that whiff was on that the DN was able to get around our offensive lineman fast.
Sailors now is the back to the right of Hooker, who's going to work out of the gun. 2nd and 10 for the Lions. They toss it to Sailors, trying to get the edge right side, needs a block. Too many Dolphins out there that time. He's going to get dropped behind the line of scrimmage by Eugene Asante. And it's going to be now 3rd down and long for the Lions.
Yeah, it looks like that Miami defense is hunting right now. Like they smell blood in the water, and they're getting there. I mean, these guys are moving from sideline to sideline. They're coming down here and playing hard.
3rd and 11 for the Lions from the 29-yard line. Ronnie Bell checks in for the Lions, splits out wide right. Hooker's got the snap back, looking, throwing, hit as he does, and it's incomplete. Never got the throw off cleanly as he was hit from behind, and it just kind of skipped to Sailors' intended receiver that time. And the Lions will be forced to punt, 3 and out for Detroit in a 14-14 game with 9:17 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, Dan, I would love to see Hendon kind of gather the guys around and try to motivate these guys. I mean, try to motivate your second unit. You don't want to be a guy with your head dropping, looking dejected out there like Hendon is right now. Get those guys together and tell them we have to play better.
Fox with a punt, Henning back deep, calls for a fair catch, runs up, he bobbled it, and it's free. Picked up by the Lions. That's Lovett going the other way inside the 10-yard line and taken down at the 7. This will go down as a muff. This will come back now to the 27-yard line. Lovett picked it up in stride, and he was off and running. But once it's muffed, that play's going to be dead where it's recovered. And that'll be at the 27-yard line of Miami, so it's still a big play.
Muffed by the defense, recovered by Detroit for a 1st down. By rule, that ball cannot be advanced. Please set the clock to 9:08, the time of the recovery.
But coaches will love the fact that Lovett was the first man down there with his head up, saw that ball come loose, picked it up in stride.
Way to make up on special teams. That's a big play. That's a momentum-changing play that we need.
I mean, you talk about rookie receivers today, Tesla, Meeks, and Lovett. Those are some big plays.
You're right. Come on, Hendon. We need him. We need Hendon Hooker right now to lead this team into the end zone.
Got some momentum now from the 27 of Miami after the takeaway. That is the first takeaway of the preseason for the Lions. Here we go on 1st down. Hooker's going to work out of the gun. He's got it, hands it off. That is Sailors, not much. Got down to the 26-yard line. Maybe a yard on that one. Zach Biggers made the stop.
Again, I love Sailors. I love the way he runs the ball. I love the way he sets up his blocks. A guy that's always moving his feet, and that's an effective runner. So I love the way Sellers back there handling his business.
14-14 tie, 8:35 to go in the 3rd. On 2nd down, they give it to Sailors again. This time he bounces off a couple of tackles, gets inside the 20, and down to the 19-yard line. It will set up a 3rd down and 2 for Detroit. John Saunders made the stop for Miami. I'm guessing we're in 4-down territory here.
Yeah.
3rd and 2 coming up for the Lions from the 19. Red Zone offense brought to you by Family Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Family in the red trucks in the red zone for you.
My biggest thing, I want to see if they're going to let Hendon throw the ball while we're in the red zone.
See what happens right here. Lions 1 out of 8 on 3rd down today. They keep it on the ground to Sailors. Head down fighting for that 1st down. Very close. Might be about a half-yard shy. Tyndall and Jackson team up to take him down. Needed the 17. He's very close. We will get the virtual measurement once again to find out whether or not he got that 1st down.
I'm putting him on the timer right now.
Virtual people. Virtual people.
Let's see if I could have had my voice. I want to see if I could have had my chain game run out there, measure, and get back on the sideline before I get my virtual.
Okay. We're virtually waiting for the virtual measurement. Man, I think it's really close. I think he's I'm going to say 6 inches shy. We will see when they throw it up the graphic on the screen, but I think he's just shy, but that just means we're going to 4th down.
Yeah.
Officials on the field waiting, players waiting.
Yeah.
We're waiting, fans waiting, America waiting.
I think I might have had my chain game back on the sideline by now.
I think they might have had lunch.
Yes.
So here's the virtual measurement. Survey says it's about, oh my goodness,
4 inches.
4 inches shot. I said 6.
Yep, you said 6.
That's pretty good. You know? Lions 2 out of 2 on 4th down today, and you better believe they're going for it here. Would it surprise you if this is anything other than Hendon Hooker going in right behind the center? What do you like?
I mean, I like to hand it off. I would rather hand it off.
Let's see what we got. Out of the huddle and to the line. 4th down and 4 inches for the Lions. Hooker up under center. Single back is Sailors. They give it to Sailors. Left side, got the first down inside the 15 and bounces his way down to the 14-yard line. So on 4th and 4 inches, the Lions convert. Isaiah Johnson made the stop, but it's a gain of 4 for Detroit. And in a 14-14 game, they've got it at the Miami 14-yard line, as we said, with a first down.
So interested in these play calls because, again, are they going to let Hendon throw the ball any while we're in the red zone?
Out of the huddle and to the line. Hooker moves in behind the center. He'll take the direct snap. Hooker turns, gives it to Sailors. Sailors hit as he crosses the line and taken down. Yard, maybe 2 on the play. Derek McClendon with the tackle from Miami. And it'll bring up now 2nd down for the Lions at 8.
And we have a lot of different personnel up front, not the guys that we started the game off with. So we have different guys up front on the offensive line. So, again, hopefully, I think Coach is giving these guys a chance to come off and block.
2nd and 8. Horton in motion to the left side. Hooker takes the snap, turns, gives it, this time over the left side to Deion Jackson. Jackson gets down to the 10-yard line, where it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6. That would feel like a passing down. They have been really controlling the ball on the ground since getting great field position after the takeaway, but now you need a play. It's 3rd down and 6. See what John Morton's got here as they come out. It's going to be Hooker working out of the gun. Jackson to his left. Dolphins show 4 across that defensive front. Lions from the Miami 10 on 3rd down. Hooker back, looking, evades the pressure inside the 10 with a flag down to the 5, to the end zone. Touchdown Detroit Lions. Hendon Hooker takes it to the house. Will it stand? The answer's no.
Holding offense, number 59. 10-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
That's the big fella, Gio Manu.
And I bet it was just inside pressure, Dan. That's where it came from. We had a free releaser. The running back also didn't pick up his guy. That's another reason why Hendon had to get out that pocket and scramble. Nice job of Hendon getting in the end zone. It just doesn't count.
So the Lions will be backed up now to the 20-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 16. Again, Hooker's going to work out of the gun. Miami shows 4 across the front, 2 deep safeties. Lions have 2 receivers right, 2 left. Hooker's got it, wants to throw. 3rd and 16, does over the middle, caught. Well short of the first down to Jacob Sailors. He's taken down at the 14-yard line, and the Lions will send Jake Bates out after a gain of 6 and a 4th and 10 up on the board.
So, voice, I was watching Manu that time because remember what Coach told us. He'll have a bad play and then gets in his head and he follows it up with other bad plays. That time he did a nice job coming off that penalty, did a nice job of keeping the guy out that time.
So they set up Jake Bates now, 33-yard field goal attempt, hash mark left side. There's the snap, spot, kick away. It is up and it is good. Jake Bates sends it through. Lions have the lead back. 4:53 to go in the 3rd. It is Detroit 17 and Miami 14. This is your home for Detroit Lions football.
It's that time of year again. Get ready to stock up on Wrangler. Buy 2 Wrangler jeans and get another pair free for men, women, and kids. Plus, find all the Western styles you need. Shop the sale at Cavender's today.
West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land is the place to go to get your next luxury vehicle. Hey, it's Sean Pendergast, and Ruben Mendoza, the general manager at West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land, and his staff are ready for you. They've got over 1,000 new and certified pre-owned Lincolns on the lot, and they want you to drive off in one of those. They make it effortless. WestPointSales.com is the website. Of course, Lincoln is part of Ford Motor Company. They assemble more U.S. vehicles and employ more U.S. hourly auto workers than any other automaker. Get on out to West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land, Southwest Freeway, Kirkwood intersection. Tell them Sean Pendergast sent you by.
Did you know that Zadok Jewelers has a full in-house service center for both jewelry and watches? They offer everything from a battery charge to a full service to make sure your timepieces are always keeping time and running their best. They also have a full jewelry service center to replace lost stones, tighten prongs, fix chains, anything else you might need to make sure you can wear and enjoy your jewelry. Things come up at different stages of jewelry and watch ownership, and they are there for you at every single step. Check them out online at zadok.com.
The accident was really bad. I was so scared the first couple of hours because I was afraid that something bad was going to happen to my life, not be able to go back to work or, enjoy your life. Jim Adler and his team, right away, they were like, okay, it's happened to you right now. We're going to take care of everything. And they actually did.
I fight for everything you deserve. Lost wages, medical bills. Call me. I'm Jim Adler, the Texas Hammer.
713-777-4000.
Houston.
Guys, by now you've heard me talk about Collars & Co., makers of the dress collar polo. They've already sold over 1 million of these amazing shirts. Well, Collars & Co. just came out with the new Maverick Performance Blazer. This blazer is sharp and wrinkle resistant, so you can travel anywhere with it. Just throw it in your bag and it will remain wrinkle-free. It even comes with security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So visit collarsandco.com and use code TIKI for 20% off at collarsandco.com.
Time for an NFL scoreboard update from the 1-800-CALL-SAM studios. It's the Patriots 17-6 over the Vikings. No J.J. McCarthy, but for New England, training camp fine Efton Chisholm III, 6 catches, 71 yards, and a touchdown. That's 17-6 in the fourth quarter. Back to Dan and Lomas.
All right, back here at Ford Field. It is the Lions and Dolphins. Lions lead at 17-14, 4:53 to go here in the third quarter. Lomas, I have a question for you. Sure. I'll get to it in a second, right after this kickoff.
We eagerly await.
Jake Bates is ready to send the kickoff. This is going to be Henning on the return. From the 3-yard line, up to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. Catch right at the 25, gets to the 30, bounces off a tackle there, and stretches out to the 34-yard line. Anthony Pittman for the tackle on special teams. There's a flag down. It's going to be against Miami, so this will cost them field position. Adrian Hill will give us the call here momentarily. Big huddle among the officials. This is requiring some counseling here. Still chatting. Now we're down to a 2-man chat. 15th penalty of the game, maybe.
There's no foul on the play. First down.
That's 3, right? That's 3 today.
At least 2. Might be 3. There's been so many, I can't remember. Lomas, do you think they'd ever let me shoot the T-shirt gun out of the booth?
You know what?
It's something I've always wanted to do. I am so intrigued by T-shirt guns.
I'm glad you brought that up because I feel that the people up here, they get the prize.
I would be shooting at them. But I'd like to see how high I could get it out of the booth. It's something I would really like to do.
You've been thinking about that, huh?
I've been thinking about a T-shirt gun most of my life since they came into being. Here come the Dolphins now. From their own 35, they give it to Gordon on the ground. He fights for 2, and that was hard-fought yardage. Lawrence Strickland in there with a number of other Lions on the play.
The ruling on the field is that the runner was down by contact, second down.
Obviously, that ball came loose at the bottom of that pile there. They're saying that Gordon was down.
But to your point, Dan, I mean, you want to get as many hats around the ball as you can, and that's a great sign when you got multiple hats around the ball carrier.
So here come the Dolphins now on 2nd down and 8 from their own 37-yard line. Quinn Ewers up under center. Fakes the give, boots to his left. Now he throws downfield, and it is incomplete. It is a big defensive play for the Lions that time by Whiteside on a pass intended for Black. And check that, it's Hallett. 38, not 36. Or 36, not 38. Hallett really came in there and knocked that ball away. That's a completion if he doesn't come in with intention.
You're exactly right about that. And again, I'll give Broderick Martin his credit. It was late pressure, but he got pressure in there to kind of move the quarterback off his spot. So nice job. Late pressure, but we'll take it.
Give Hallett credit for laying the lumber and breaking up that pass, brought to you by Amish Direct Furniture.
They're first.
Check out Amish Direct's 15% off or more sale. Dolphins take a timeout. They obviously have some things they want to chat about. 17-14. They're looking at a 3rd down and 8 coming up here as the Lions lead it by 3. We'll step aside on the Detroit Lions radio network.
At Verizon, lock in our low price, plus free roaming included in Mexico. Discover the best carne asada, never miss a text from the group chat, and save big with Verizon while you do it. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line. See? Just $30 per line per month with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Plus calls, texts, and data in Mexico included, so you can use your phone sin problema. Stop by your Houston Verizon store today. For unlimited welcome in times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land is the place to go to get your next luxury vehicle. Hey, it's Sean Pendergast, and Ruben Mendoza, the general manager at West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land, and his staff are ready for you. They've got over 1,000 new and certified pre-owned Lincolns on the lot, and they want you to drive off in one of those. They make it effortless. WestPointSales.com is the website. Of course, Lincoln is part of Ford Motor Company. They assemble more U.S. vehicles and employ more U.S. hourly auto workers than any other automaker. Get on out to West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land, Southwest Freeway, Kirkwood intersection. Tell them Sean Pendergast sent you by.
Did you know that Zadok Jewelers has a full in-house service center for both jewelry and watches? They offer everything from a battery charge to a full service to make sure your timepieces are always keeping time and running their best. They also have a full jewelry service center to replace lost stones, tighten prongs, fix chains, anything else you might need to make sure you can wear and enjoy your jewelry. Things come up at different stages of jewelry and watch ownership, and they are there for you at every single step. Check them out online at zadok.com.
The accident was really bad. I was so scared the first couple of hours because I was afraid that something bad was going to happen to my life, not be able to go back to work or, enjoy your life. Jim Adler and his team, right away, they were like, okay, it's happened to you right now. We're going to take care of everything. And they actually did.
I fight for everything you deserve. Lost wages, medical bills. Call me. I'm Jim Adler, the Texas Hammer.
713-777-4000.
Houston.
All right, back at Ford Field, 3rd and 8 coming up for the Dolphins. 4:04 to go in the third. Lions up by 3. Quinn Ewers came in the second half for the Dolphins. He'll be looking for a big play here, the rookie out of Texas. Ollie Gordon remains in there at running back. He's to the left of his quarterback. Lions show 5 across that defensive front. There's the snap. Ewers back. Quick throw. Got it to Gordon. Gordon is going to be taken down. Just a terrific play by the Lions that time. Anthony Pittman, the first man in there, eliminated all momentum that Gordon had, and then he got some help. Nate Lynn came in among others.
We talked about multiple hats to the ball, and that's what we got that time. Nice job, Anthony Pittman, to get there first, but another job by the rest of that defense to get there and corral the running back.
Loss of 5 on the play, so on 4th and 13, the Dolphins are set to punt it away with Tom Kennedy back deep. Lions by 3, 17-14. Clock moving, 3:20 to go in the third. There's the punt. Good one. Kennedy going to let this hit. It will at the 1, and it takes a Dolphins bounce back to the 5 and to the 7 to the 8 and down to the 9-yard line. That's a really nice punt that time by Miami. Stonehouse on the punt. Got it to do exactly what he wanted, and ends up being a 60-yard punt with no return. Jake Bates with a field goal a couple of minutes ago. Kicks for Connection, brought to you by 3-Dimensional Services Group for prototypes and low to medium volume production and assemblies. They are donating $300 for every Lions field goal to the Rainbow Connection, so that's $300 going in right there off the leg of Jake Bates. So the Lions backed up in their own end now. First down and 10 from the 9. I mean, for that thing to bounce at the 1 and come back 8 yards, that is terrific. That's like a pro golfer's wedge just spinning back after it lands. Deion Jackson, the running back. Hooker hands to him. Jackson finds a cutback lane. Gets across the 15. Nice run out to the 16-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play. And it will be second down and 3 coming up. A little bit of breathing room for the offense there. Asante made the tackle for Miami.
And that was a nice job from Mason Miller in the middle of that offensive line to clear that way to give a running back an opportunity to cut the ball back. Nice job.
Second down and 3. Hooker takes the direct snap, hands to Jackson again. This time, little jump cut gets him out to the 17-yard line. He's going to be about a yard shy of the first down. Picked up 2 on the play.
And as a running back, you just want your offensive lineman to stay on the guys, cover the guys up, and just give you an opportunity. And that's what this line is doing right now, just giving him an opportunity by staying on their guys, staying on your guys, and letting him find the holes that he wants to go through.
We'll see if they can deliver here. It is 3rd and 1. The Lions are 1 for 10 on 3rd down today. Hooker's going to move in behind center. Jackson, the single back. Hooker on 3rd and 1, gives it to Jackson, slams forward, gets the first down with a flag down. Right at the line of scrimmage. Jackson got out to the 22-yard line, so he moves the chains, but let's check on that penalty. Gain of 4 on the run.
Illegal shift, offense, number 83. 5-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
Jackson Meeks called for the penalty, so instead of a first down, the Lions will now look at a 3rd down and 6 from their own 13-yard line.
I'm telling you, these are the penalties that kill you right here. Penalties, these are more like mental errors right here because, again, lining up onside, just different things like that that shouldn't be happening at this point.
3rd and 6. Hooker will work out of the gun. Jackson to his left. Hooker leans in, takes the snap, wants to throw. Pumps once, now throws. Got to complete. That is his tight end, Zach Horton.
Another penalty.
Would have the first down by about a half yard, but there's a penalty down.
Holding, man, in the middle of the line.
Holding, offense, number 77. Half the distance to the goal, remains 3rd down.
Zach Johnson called for the hold.
And he just snatched the guy down to the ground. You just can't do that. We used to be able to do that back in the day, but that's something that they have outlawed for offensive linemen. So you just can't snatch the guys down to the ground anymore.
It's a 11th penalty of the day against the Lions. Leaves them now looking at a 3rd and 12. Remember, this was a first down a minute ago. That was called back. Now you've had 2 penalties and you're looking at 3rd and 12. Hooker standing on the 1-yard line to our left. He's going to take the shotgun snap right there. On the delay, hands it off. That is Jackson with it out to the 15-yard line, and he stopped there 4 yards shy of the first down, and the Lions will send the punting unit out. Gain of 8 on the play. But after all those penalties, they needed more than that.
Self-inflicted.
Channing Tindall made the stop for Miami. So with Henning back deep, Fox will get set to punt it away again. Standing on the 1-yard line to our left. This is his 6th punt of the day. 17-14 Lions lead, final 30 seconds, 3rd quarter. Good punt by Foxy. He's going to back up Henning to the 26-yard line, to the 30, Henning 35. Running left and turning it up outside the numbers and up to the 39-yard line. Shoved out of bounds just shy of the 40 by Anthony Pittman. So with 19 seconds to go in the 3rd, a 59-yard punt, a 13-yard return. Miami's got it back. Trailing in this game by 3, 17-14. Today's game brought to you by the Ford Motor Company, the official automotive company of the Lions Radio Network.
It's hard to get any rhythm out there, especially offensively. When you got these penalties, you gain a yard, you lose 5 yards. You just can't get in the rhythm offensively, and that's been a problem today.
1st and 10 Dolphins from their own 40. Mike Boone in there at running back. First time we've seen him today. Got a flag down.
Another pre-snap penalty.
This has been ugly.
Oh, my goodness.
Neutral zone infraction defense, number 99. 5-yard penalty remains first down.
That's Big Broderick.
Yeah, and right over the ball, Dan. Right over the ball. You just can't do it. You just can't do things like that.
So that gives Miami a 1st and 5 after the penalty from their own 45. Ewers takes the snap, fakes the give, throws deep middle, caught in Lions territory. That is Theo Weiss with it down to the 32-yard line. That should be the final play of the third quarter as we'll head for the final 15 minutes here at Ford Field. It's a 23-yard gain on the final play of the third. So, 17-14, Lions on top.
Of the third quarter.
Dolphins on the move here. This is your home for Detroit Lions football.
West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land is the place to go to get your next luxury vehicle. Hey, it's Sean Pendergast and Ruben Mendoza, the general manager at West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land, and his staff are ready for you. They've got over 1,000 new and certified pre-owned Lincolns on the lot, and they want you to drive off in one of those. They make it effortless. WestPointSales.com is the website. Of course, Lincoln is part of Ford Motor Company. They assemble more U.S. vehicles and employ more U.S. hourly auto workers than any other automaker. Get on out to West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land, Southwest Freeway, Kirkwood intersection. Tell them Sean Pendergast sent you by.
Hey guys, this is Lisa Zadok from Zadok Jewelers with a hot tip on how to keep your lady happy. Visit the Zadok Bridal Shop, a modern bride's dream. We work with our global network to source GIA certified ethical diamonds for you at a fair price. Not only do we carry a selection of the finest diamond settings, we also have a full custom design team ready to turn any ring dream into a ring reality. Zadok Jewelers, where Houston gets engaged.
Wrecked after a head-on collision with an 18-wheeler? Broken. Out of work, bills piling up faster than a Texas tornado. And what's the insurance company doing? Looking into it. Looking into what? Their lunch plans? They've been looking into it for months while you're sitting here suffering. Enough is enough. I'm Bill Adler, the Texas Hammer. I don't just look into things, I tear them up. You've been through enough. It's time to make them pay. One call, no mercy. Let's get to work.
713-777-4000. Houston.
Guys, by now you've heard me talk about Collars & Co., makers of the dress collar polo. They've already sold over 1 million of these amazing shirts. Well, Collars & Co. just came out with the new Maverick Performance Blazer. This blazer is sharp and wrinkle resistant, so you can travel anywhere with it. Just throw it in your bag and it will remain wrinkle-free. It even comes with security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So visit collarsandco.com and use code TIKI for 20% off at collarsandco.com. All
right, back here at Ford Field. Start of the fourth quarter. Lions lead at 17-14. Dolphins have it 1st and 10 at the Lions' 32-yard line. I mean, Lomas, we've seen some good things. I think the thing that bugs you in this one is the fact that the Lions have had so many penalties. What do we have, Michael, in penalties right now for the Lions? They have had 12 penalties for 81 yards. The Dolphins have 13 first downs in the day. 3 of those were off penalties by Detroit. So here come the Dolphins now out of the huddle and to the line. First play of the fourth quarter from the Lion 32 with a first down. Ewers up under center. Takes the snap. Keeps it on the ground. That is Gordon running through a tackle inside the 30 and down to the 26-yard line. That's going to bring up a second down now. Pickup of 6 on the play. 2nd and 4 coming up for the Dolphins. Gordon's got a pretty heavy dose of work for Miami today. So far for him, he has carried it 8 times for 38 yards. 2nd down for the Dolphins. They need 4. From the Lion 26. Ewers takes, gives it to Gordon again. He is hit at the 23 and stopped there. It's going to be 3rd down at about a half yard now for Miami.
Right now, I don't think we're getting off of the blocks now. Now, that's another problem that gets compounded when your defense is out there as long as they are. Guys start not getting off of the blocks, and then there you start seeing natural crevices for the running back to get through. So hopefully these guys will continue to play the way they've been playing early in this game.
Yeah, it's Miles Adams and Chris Smith right in the middle of that line. Those guys need to stand tall, in particular here on 3rd down and 1. They give it to Gordon. He bounces it outside, shakes a couple of tackles, gets inside the 15, spins his way inside the 10, and down to the 9-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal. Eric Hallett made the stop there, but damage done. 14 yards on 3rd and 1. Fourth quarter sponsored by Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, Electrical. For fast service and the best price, choose Mastercraft.
And to be honest with you, he really didn't have to bounce the ball. They did a great job of double-teaming Chris Smith out of that middle, so he could have kept it straight in the middle if he wanted to.
1st and goal for the Dolphins from the Detroit 8. Lions by 3 here in the 4th. Ewers out of the pistol. Gordon behind him. He hands it to Gordon. He is stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Good play by the Lions that time. Defensively, had several hacks to the football, led by Zeke Turner. And it'll be 2nd down and goal from the 8. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Miles Adams also did a nice job in there. Again, he took on the double team that time, but he was able to hold his ground that time.
2nd and goal from the 8. Ewers up under center. He takes the snap, play action fake, sets in the pocket, rolling to his left, looking downfield, throwing end zone, caught, touchdown. Grabbed by Weiss. Miami's got the lead after the connection from Quinn Ewers to Theo Weiss from 8 yards out.
And to be honest with you, he just wanted to throw that ball in because, Dan, he had room where he probably could have ran that ball in there too. So he had an option whether to run it or throw it. Nice job of getting open Weiss Jr. and him getting the ball to him.
They've gotten some separation from Allen George in the end zone, and pretty easy throw there.
Yes.
Ewers connects. And the Dolphins now with an extra point attempt to try to stretch this lead to 4. Sanders is ready. There's the snap, spot, kick away. It is good. Miami 21, Lions 17, 12-16 to go in this one at Ford Field. This is your home for Detroit Lions football.
West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land is the place to go to get your next luxury vehicle. Hey, it's Sean Pendergast, and Ruben Mendoza, the general manager at West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land, and his staff are ready for you. They've got over 1,000 new and certified pre-owned Lincolns on the lot, and they want you to drive off in one of those. They make it effortless. WestPointSales.com is the website. Of course, Lincoln is part of Ford Motor Company. They assemble more U.S. vehicles and employ more U.S. hourly auto workers than any other automaker. Get on out to West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land, Southwest Freeway, Kirkwood intersection. Tell them Sean Pendergast sent you by.
If you are looking for a watch and you want to go someplace with expertise, you go to Zadok Jewelers. How much expertise, Seth? 7 on-site full-time master watchmakers. That is a lot of expertise. They also have the Houston boutiques for IWC, Jaeger-LeCoultre, Vacheron Constantin, and they carry over 25 watch brands like Panerai, Cartier, Omega, Breitling, and many more. Come in and visit with a Zadok watch specialist. They love talking watches, and they're happy to help you select the piece you will love. Check it out online at zadok.com.
Wrecked after a head-on collision with an 18-wheeler? Broken. Out of work, bills piling up faster than a Texas tornado. And what's the insurance company doing? Looking into it. Looking into what? Their lunch plans? They've been looking into it for months while you're sitting here suffering. Enough is enough. I'm Bill Adler, the Texas Hammer. I don't just look into things, I tear them up. You've been through enough. It's time to make them pay. One call, no mercy. Let's get to work.
713-777-4000. Houston.
Guys, by now you've heard me talk about Collars & Co., makers of the dress collar polo. They've already sold over 1 million of these amazing shirts. Well, Collars & Co. just came out with the new Maverick Performance Blazer. This blazer is sharp and wrinkle resistant, so you can travel anywhere with it. Just throw it in your bag and it will remain wrinkle-free. It even comes with security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So visit collarsandco.com and use code TIKI for 20% off at collarsandco.com.
So the Dolphins go 60 yards in 6 plays, take 3:03 off the clock. They take the lead 21-17. Ewers to Weiss from 8 yards out. Big play was Ewers to Washington for 23 on that drive. So Hendon Hooker's going to have to bring the Lions from behind with this offense now.
Yep.
they will send Sailors and Jackson back deep to field this kickoff from Sanders coming up. I think the one thing that we've kind of noticed, Lomas, and I don't know how much different it will be during the regular season, but we haven't seen many kickoffs that have gone beyond the 35 on a return.
No,
so the idea of keeping them inside the 30 or 35 is certainly there, and the 35 is what you get for free if you kick it into the end zone. This is going to be Sailors inside the numbers, cutting left at the 15 to the 20, gets up to the 25, and he's dumped the 27-yard line. That's where the Lions will take over. Hendon Hooker will come out. He'll give progress to the 28, and that's where the Lions will be. Down by 4, 12-11 to go in the game.
And Dan, you still think that swivel, right? If Jake can get it in there and let it take that bounce. Because remember, Coach said he wants the returner's feet to stop, or he wants to change the direction of their feet. So that seems to be the most effective kick.
Medical timeout for Miami 57.
Talked about that. Dolphins have a player that's being sent off by the officials, so they will always have the right to do that if they think he looks like he might be having an issue out there. Daquan Jackson is the player that's being escorted over the sidelines. That or the kick that takes you down to the 1 yard line, and at that point you need 34 yards to get past the 35. So, I think there's different ways to do it. The low line drive kick, there's always that danger that it lands short of the 20, and you end up going to the 40, which coaches hate. On first down, they fake the give to Sailors. Hooker rolls left. Throws got to complete to Horton, the tight end. He's got it across the 35 and out to the 37-yard line. Pickup of 9 on the play. Moments we talk about giving your quarterback an easy throw. That's one right there.
Hopefully that'll get Hendon started because, again, he's been struggling a little bit. So hopefully that just little toss, him seeing that call, hopefully that'll get him started.
Lions now on 2nd down and 1 from their own 37. Down 4, 11:35 to go here in the 4th. They keep it on the ground that time, fighting for the first down and getting it as Sailors up to the 39-yard line. Gain of 2 on the play.
And they ran behind Big Manu that time. And Dan, I just see what Coach said about the offensive line with their pad level up. That time Manu came off, but his pad level was high, so he wasn't able to get the movement that he probably would have liked to have gotten on that. So you got to keep your pad levels down. I don't care how big you are. You got to keep them pad levels down.
1st and 10 for the Lions now from their own 39. Hooker, play action fake, sets in the pockets, got time, throws middle, incomplete. Out at the 43-yard line, intended for Jacob Keeney James. Little bit high on the delivery that time. Out of the reach of the wide receiver. They'll set up a 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, but there was 2 or 3 guys around him too, so I don't know if that was the right read for Hendon Hooker that time.
2nd and 10 for the Lions from their own 39. Down 4 here, 10:55 to go in the game. Hooker hands it off. That is Sailors with blocking over the left side. Nice run across the 45, and he gets close to that first down. They're going to say he's run out at the 48-yard line, so it's going to set up a 3rd down and 1. Really patient run that time.
Yes.
Adams and Saunders made the stop, but he just rode the hip of his blocker all the way downfield.
Yep, that was Michael Neese who he rode the hip of, and you're right. And for Neese to snap the ball and get out there pulling, again, I say you have to be a great athlete to be able to do that. And we know Frank Ragnow was a great athlete at doing that. And hopefully Michael Neese or Kingsley Egwakin.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just making
all the
up
same
a
guy.
name. Okay. He could do that.
On 3rd down, Hooker play action fake, rolling to his right. He's going to keep it with a flag down, and he's not going to get the first down. He is dumped a yard shy on the keeper over the right side. So it is 4th and 1, possibly for the Lions, but we need to check that flag. Stopped by Eugene Asante and Cam Smith. Here is the call. They are talking to Mike McDonald over on the sideline for Miami. It's against the Lions. He's got to choose, does he want to give him a 4th and 1 or back him up and make it 3rd and something, depending upon the penalty.
Illegal shift, offense. 5-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
Man, just can't do it. How many penalties, Michael? Your abacus working? Penalties. 13 against the Lions today. That's a lot.
Yes.
So instead of 4th and 1, you're now looking at a 3rd and 6 for the Lions from their own 43. Down 4 as we move under 10 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Low snap, Hooker hauls it in, steps into a throw over the middle, and it's wide of his intended target, Horton, in Dolphin territory down around the 46-yard line. Good coverage there by Isaiah Johnson. And the Lions on 4th down will send in Jack Fox and ask their defense to come up with a stop.
Yeah. They're making it hard on the coaches this week. I mean, with all these penalties, it's hard to kind of evaluate the team because you're moving forward, you're moving backwards. It's just you can't get a rhythm, so it's hard to evaluate players when you have 13. When you have penalties like that, it's just very hard to evaluate guys.
Jack Fox, heavy workload today. Punt coming up for him. Hanning back deep. He's going to let this one hit at the 16, takes the Lions bounced out of the 11 and goes out of bounds.
Early penalty.
Another flag down on
and the hat is off too, boys.
So 46-yard punt. Did his job, pinned him back deep, no return, but what is the penalty? Let's see what we got. Against the Dolphins, it would back him up inside the 10.
During the kick, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 84. He blocked the player out of bounds. That penalty is enforced half the distance in the kick. First down, Miami. Timeout.
Azukama called for the penalty for Miami. That'll back them up to the 5-yard line. That's where they'll have it when we come back. They lead it 21-17 over the Lions. 9:43 to go here in the game. This is your home for Detroit Lions.
West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land is the place to go to get your next luxury vehicle. Hey, it's Sean Pendergast and Ruben Mendoza, the general manager at West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land, and his staff are ready for you. They've got over 1,000 new and certified pre-owned Lincolns on the lot, and they want you to drive off in one of those. They make it effortless. WestPointSales.com is the website. Of course, Lincoln is part of Ford Motor Company. They assemble more U.S. vehicles and employ more U.S. hourly auto workers than any other automaker. Get on out to West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land, Southwest Freeway, Kirkwood intersection. Tell them Sean Pendergast sent you by.
If you are looking for a watch and you want to go someplace with expertise, you go to Zadok Jewelers. How much expertise, Seth? 7 on-site full-time master watchmakers. That is a lot of expertise. They also have the Houston boutiques for IWC, Jaeger-LeCoultre, Vacheron Constantin, and they carry over 25 watch brands like Panerai, Cartier, Omega, Breitling, and many more. Come in and visit with a Zadok watch specialist. They love talking watches, and they're happy to help you select the piece you will love. Check it out online at zadok.com.
Wrecked after a head-on collision with an 18-wheeler? Broken. Out of work, bills piling up faster than a Texas tornado. And what's the insurance company doing? Looking into it. Looking into what? Their lunch plans? They've been looking into it for months while you're sitting here suffering. Enough is enough. I'm Bill Adler, the Texas Hammer. I don't just look into things, I tear them up. You've been through enough. It's time to make them pay. One call, no mercy. Let's get to work.
713-777-4000. Houston.
Guys, by now you've heard me talk about Collars & Co., makers of the dress collar polo. They've already sold over 1 million of these amazing shirts. Well, Collars & Co. just came out with the new Maverick Performance Blazer. This blazer is sharp and wrinkle resistant, so you can travel anywhere with it. Just throw it in your bag and it will remain wrinkle-free. It even comes with security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So visit collarsandco.com and use code TIKI for 20% off at collarsandco.com.
It is time for a scoreboard update from the 1-800-CALL-SAM studios. We check in on Green Bay. They trail the Colts 19-16, but are driving with 3:41 to go in the fourth. Former Notre Dame quarterback Riley Leonard, 7 for 12, 64 yards for Indianapolis. Back to Dan and Lomas.
High mark from the 5-yard line. Here come the Dolphins. 1st and 10. Their own 5. Ewers up under center, turns, gives it to Boone. Boone, big hole across the 10. Blasts his way out to the 13-yard line. That's a gain of 8 on 1st down. We'll set up a 2nd down at 2. Ezekiel Turner made the stop. Jack Fox, we talked about him, man. He's been busy today. 7 punts, 50.9-yard average. Long of 63, 2 inside the 20. Lions defense needs to come up with a stop, get that football back. 9:15 to go in the game. Lions down 21-17. I know one guy that wants the football back is Hendon Hooker.
Yes.
Needs a good drive. They struggled again today. 2nd down and 2 for the Dolphins. Ewers fakes the give to Boone this time, delivers right side. It is almost intercepted. You had a Lion sitting on the route that time. Luke Barku. I mean, Ewers is really lucky that was not picked off. It was just a little bit wide for Barku to get it and get his hands down, or get his feet down inbounds.
In the NFL, you have to have some arm strength to get that ball to the sideline because of how quick guys are and how they ball hawk the ball. So he has to put some muscle behind that.
So here we go, 3rd and 2 for the Dolphins. They scrimmage from their own 13. Ewers, the quarterback, out of the gun. Boone to his right. Ewers leans in. Play clock's down to 0. What do we got? Flag is down.
Delay game.
Yikes.
Offense. 5-yard penalty.
Man, you just can't do that. It works the same way in college. I know you're a rookie, but you just can't take 5 right there. And I guarantee that's what Mike McDonald will tell him too. That'll drive a coach nuts.
Yes. So they got the same rules.
Same rule. Got to get that play off. 3rd and 7 now for Miami from the Lion 8. Or their own 8, I should say. Backed up in their own end. On 3rd down, Ewers takes the shotgun snap. Back, throws. Really nice catch crossing. A.J. Henning had to bobble it, had a defender coming underneath, had a defender over the top, and he still made the grab for 12 yards.
Yeah, he bobbled it because it was behind him. So that was a beautiful catch. To catch a ball that was behind you. And like you say, with all that other traffic around him, nice job of holding on to it.
So the Dolphins, after the penalty, are able to overcome that, get the 1st down. And with 8:25 to go now, they've got it 1st and 10 from their own 20 with a 4-point lead. Ewers fakes the give to Boone, sets in the pocket, throws downfield, caught. Good grab out there for the Dolphins by Theo Weiss, who got up and ran, but they're going to say he was touched and he was down.
The ruling on the field is that the runner was down by contact. 1st down.
Barku was the one in coverage who got a piece of him as he went down to make that catch, but it's still a nice gain on the play, 17 yards.
Yeah. And these are long routes. So again, his offensive line is doing a nice job of giving him time, Quinn Ewers, time back there in the pocket so these routes can develop.
7:40 to go, clock moving. 1st and 10 Miami from their own 37. Ewers to throw again, wide open. That's his tight end, Myrick, out to midfield. Picks up 13 on the play. Faked the toss to Boone to the right side, came up throwing, found Myrick, and that's a big gain right there. DJ Miller finally took him down.
Like you said, wide open. There was nobody within a couple of yards around him, so that either had to be a MA, mental error, as I call it, but it was something where it had to be a breakdown on that particular defensive play.
From midfield, 1st down Dolphins now. 7 minutes to go. Ewers, play action fake, sets in the pocket, throws, incomplete. Had to move that time, and as he did, a little bit came off the ball intended for Andrew Armstrong, skipped it to him. And there is a flag down in the middle of everything.
Holding offense, number 87. 10-yard penalty remains 1st down.
Penalty called against the Dolphins. That is Hayden Rucci. So that will put them behind the down sticks. It'll be 1st and 20 now. You know, clearly Mike McDonald wants to see what Ewers can do because he's throwing the ball a lot.
Yeah, he is. And Dan, to be honest with you, I expected Hendon Hooker to do the same. I expected us to air it out with him to see what he can do. But again, just a little shaky. Doesn't look like Quinn Ewers back there right now.
1st and 20. There's the handoff. Big hole straight up the gut, over the right side, into Lions territory, inside the 35, and down to the 34-yard line. That is Aaron Champlin, the running back, his first carry of the day. And it goes for 26 yards on a 1st and 20.
And I talked about it. Guys get a little tired. They don't get off the blocks. Once you're stuck on that block, then that just gives the running back any type of way that he wants to go. Nice size hole there for him to run through. Nice job by the Dolphins offensive line.
So an aggressive drive by the Dolphins. They're chewing up some clock here. 6:10 to go. They lead it by 4. First down at the Lions 34. Ewers keeps it himself, wants to throw, downfield does, and there's a flag down. There was some contact on a pass intended for A.J. Henning. Coverage for the Lions, DJ Miller.
That way.
Going to be offensive?
Yes. I like it.
Pass interference, offense.
Real.
Number 88. 10-yard penalty, Mays first down.
Oh, you see that again.
Yeah.
Because he was the one that went down. Unless he grabbed him on the way down. Take a look at the replay. He kind of, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Did he do anything?
No, I don't. I think he tripped.
Just tripped.
Yeah.
It looked like maybe he was starting to push off a little separation, but he fell.
You're right.
Well, leaves them looking at a 1st and 20 after the penalty from their own from the Lions 44. Ewers out of the huddle, and he's going to work out of the gun empty. Lions show 4 across the front. Ewers takes the snap, back to throw, does over the middle, knocked away, incomplete. Nice play for the Lions that time on a pass intended for DJ Weiss. Oh, my goodness. They're going to call pass interference against the Lions. DJ Miller got a hand in there. On a 1st and 20. You going to call that?
Pick it up.
Man, that would be a massive bailout. Back judge is shaking his head. I think they may pick that
There's
up.
no foul in the play. Second down.
That would have not looked right. Looked like Miller made a nice play, sticking his hand in there, breaking it up. So the Dolphins now looking at a 2nd and 20. 6 minutes even to play here at Ford Field. Miami 21, Detroit 17. Ewers brings him to the line. It's going to work empty out of the gun. Lions show 4 across the front, 2 deep safeties. Ewers has got it. Quick throw. It is complete to the left sideline. Caught running inside the 35 to the 33. Andrew Armstrong. Barku made the stop. They got back to penalty yardage +1. Gain of 11 on the play, so it's going to set up a 3rd and 9.
And these routes that the Dolphins receivers are running, I mean, it's like 1, 2, 3, and they're cutting out. And it's hard for a defensive back, especially backpedaling, to be able to come up and stop those short throws. So it's a nice job from the offensive coordinator of the Dolphins to get this offense in rhythm.
3rd and 9 for Miami from the 33 of Detroit. Ewers has got the snap, back and looking. Ewers throws middle of the field, caught first down inside the 20. Nice grab by Weiss, who makes the catch at the 18-yard line. It's a nice throw, too, by Ewers. He was open, but he delivered it. Gain of 15.
And again, the route running from these receivers, they're getting open because of the routes that they're running. They're running precise routes, and that just creates that room between them and the defensive back, and it's just a nice, easy throw from the quarterback.
Clock becoming a factor, down to 4:45 to go in this game. Dolphins first down at the Lion 18. They've got a 4-point lead, looking for more. Champlin gets the handoff inside the 15 and down to the 13-yard line. That clock's still moving down to 4:25. Lions have 3 timeouts left. Dolphins have 2. Adams and Pittman teamed up to make a stop there a moment ago. Dolphins gain 6 on first down, 2nd and 4 here from the Lion 12. Pistol formation. It is Ewers who takes the snap, hands it off. That is Boone inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal from there. They'll say he was down at the 5.
Let me rewind it again. We're not getting off of the blocks. I know you're going to hear me say this over and over again, but guys are getting tired and they're not getting off the blocks, and that's where the running back gets to pick whichever way he wants to go.
12th play of the drive coming up. It is covered so far. 90 yards, taken 5:36 off the clock. Ewers on 1st and goal from the 5. Takes the snap, jet sweep over the right side. That is A.J. Henning fighting his way down to the 1-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal from there. Goes as a forward pass. It's a jet sweep look where he just comes out of the gun and flips it forward. Lions did a pretty good job diagnosing that. It'll be 2nd and goal. Clock at 2:50 and running. Dolphins now 2nd and goal from the 2. Boone, the deep back. Ewers up under center on 2nd down. Gives it to Boone. Boone hit, dropped in the backfield. Nothing doing. Great penetration by the Lions defense that time. Tyson Russell, first man in there.
Nice job. Nice, and that's what kills a run play. Early penetration that time. Nice job of Calvin Shepard sending guys off the edge, unblocked. Nice job of making a nice tackle.
Ron Gilbert in on that tackle as well. He got some good penetration that time, setting up a 3rd down and goal from the 3. And that should take us down to the 2-minute warning. Dolphins don't have to snap it, and they will not. So, 2-minute warning is brought to you by ABC Warehouse, your one-stop shop for furniture, mattresses, electronics, and appliances.
This is the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes to play in this game. Dolphins lead it by 4. Looking at a 3rd and goal from the Lion 3 when we come back. This is your home for Detroit Lions football.
West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land is the place to go to get your next luxury vehicle. Hey, it's Sean Pendergast and Ruben Mendoza, the general manager at West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land, and his staff are ready for you. They've got over 1,000 new and certified pre-owned Lincolns on the lot, and they want you to drive off in one of those. They make it effortless. WestPointSales.com is the website. Of course, Lincoln is part of Ford Motor Company. They assemble more U.S. vehicles and employ more U.S. hourly auto workers than any other automaker. Get on out to West Point Lincoln of Sugar Land, Southwest Freeway, Kirkwood intersection. Tell them Sean Pendergast sent you by.
If you are looking for a watch and you want to go someplace with expertise, you go to Zadok Jewelers. How much expertise, Seth? 7 on-site full-time master watchmakers. That is a lot of expertise. They also have the Houston boutiques for IWC, Jaeger-LeCoultre, Vacheron Constantin, and they carry over 25 watch brands like Panerai, Cartier, Omega, Breitling, and many more. Come in and visit with a Zadok watch specialist. They love talking watches, and they're happy to help you select the piece you will love. Check it out online at zadok.com.
The accident was really bad. I was so scared the first couple of hours because I was afraid that something bad was going to happen to my life, not be able to go back to work or, enjoy your life. Jim Adler and his team, right away, they were like, okay, it's happened to you right now. We're going to take care of everything. And they actually did.
I fight for everything you deserve. Lost wages, medical bills. Call me. I'm Jim Adler, the Texas Hammer.
713-777-4000.
Houston.
Guys, by now you've heard me talk about Collars & Co., makers of the dress collar polo. They've already sold over 1 million of these amazing shirts. Well, Collars & Co. just came out with the new Maverick Performance Blazer. This blazer is sharp and wrinkle resistant, so you can travel anywhere with it. Just throw it in your bag and it will remain wrinkle-free. It even comes with security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So visit collarsandco.com and use code TIKI for 20% off at collarsandco.com.
With NFL Plus, keep the NFL in reach. Stream live out-of-market preseason games, live local and primetime games on mobile during the regular and postseason, and NFL Network, including 7 exclusive live games. With NFL Plus Premium, watch every touchdown every Sunday afternoon during the regular season on NFL Red Zone. And for a limited time, save 20% on an annual NFL Plus Premium subscription. Offer ends September 15th. Sign up today at plus.nfl.com/radio. Terms and conditions apply.
All right, we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. An Odyssey sports station.
So here we go, out of the huddle and to the line, out of the 2-minute warning. 3rd and goal from the 3 for Miami. They lead it by 4. Ewers will move in behind center. Single back is Boone. Ewers, long count, takes the snap, fakes the give to Boone. Boots to his right, looking, being chased. Now he throws, end zone knocked away and incomplete. Intended for Theo Weiss. Nice defensive play for the Lions in there that time, knocking that football away. Looked like defensive back Eric Hallett. So the Dolphins will send the kicking unit out, and it will be a field goal attempt to try to extend this lead to 7. So Sanders on for what should be a chip shot, 22 yards, hash mark right side. With 1:53 to go. Spot down, kick away, it is up and it is good. So with 1:50 to play, it is now Miami 24 and the Lions 17. So if you're looking ahead, it will be the Lions trying to get the football back, go downfield, get in the end zone, and attempt a 2-point conversion to win the game. First things first, we'll take a break, step aside on the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
At Verizon, lock in our low price, plus free roaming included in Mexico. Discover the best carne asada, never miss a text from the group chat, and save big with Verizon while you do it. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line. See? Just $30 per line per month with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Plus calls, texts, and data in Mexico included, so you can use your phone sin problema. Stop by your Houston Verizon store today. For unlimited welcome in times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
When you own your home, it's more than just a place to live. It's security for today and opportunity for future generations. Truist helps homebuyers with step-by-step guidance, a variety of flexible mortgage plans, plus loan options with a low or even no down payment. Start now at Truist.com/make-your-move. Truist.com/make-your-move. Or call us at 855-978-0474 for details. Certain program and geographic restrictions may apply. Truist is an equal housing lender.
At Designer Shoe Warehouse, we believe that shoes are an important part of, well, everything.
From first steps to first dates, from all-nighters to all-time personal bests.
From building pillow forts to building a life.
For all the big and small moments that make up your whole world, DSW is there. And we've got just the shoes. Find a shoe for every you from brands you love at brag-worthy prices at your DSW store or DSW.com.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah.
They hosted here. Yeah, they had best record said the bye week and then lost the next week. Then they were 12-5 the year before, and Jimmy, I don't know if you remember, they were up.
Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it to keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things. People. Love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
All right, here we go. 1:50 to play in this game. Lions set to get the football back here. They trail it by 7. There's no overtime in preseason football, so if you score, you're going to go for 2. But they got to get down there and score first. They did a great job at the end of the first half. Touchdown recap brought to you by Delta Dental and Delta Vision of Michigan. Kyle Allen led the team on a 9-play, 83-yard drive and hit. Isaac Tesla from 18 yards out for the score. Lions need something like that here. This is Sailors on the return to the 5 to the 10 to the 20. Gets across the 25 to the 30, 35, and still going out to the 38, 39-yard line. Nice return by Jacob Sailors. Todd Washington made the stop for Miami, but we hadn't seen a kickoff return, I don't think, all day past the 35-yard line. That advances 4 yards beyond that. The Lions will take over at the 39. And I would say Hendon Hooker needs a good drive right here. Just not much has gone right for him this preseason. But a big moment here to try to put something together. Lions have all 3 timeouts left as well. There's the snap. Hooker back. Looking to the right side. Knocked down at the line of scrimmage and incomplete. It is knocked down by Zeke Biggers, who was bigger enough to knock down that pass. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 coming up. Stops the clock with 1:39 to play. How about the drive by Miami? 92 yards, 15 plays, 7:53 off the clock. Setting up that field goal to extend their lead to 7. Here comes Hooker now on 2nd down. He'll work out of the gun. Clock at 1:39. It'll start on the snap. Lions down 7. Hooker throws. Got to complete. That's Meeks. runs through one tackle and gets the first down after the 50-yard line. Meeks does a nice job after the catch, picking up an extra 3 yards, 11 in total. Lions from midfield now at 1:20 to go in the game. Shotgun snap to Hooker. He's back to throw. Stepping up, looking, middle, throws. It is in and out of the hands of his intended receiver that time, Jacob Sailors.
Usually linebackers.
And it's going to be incomplete and stop the clock with 1:13 to go. Sailors absorbed a big.
Don't blame him for that. $1:13 left. Hooker back to throw, looking, throws over the middle, has a receiver. Lions have another first down. Ronnie Bell with the catch, a spin move, finding a bit of a gap. It gets to the 40 of Miami.
Got back to the inside and got enough to get the first down again.
Hooker throws an easy pitch and catch. Another receiver right at the first down marker, and it's another first down for Jackson Meeks.
Jimmy, they're chewing this zone up. This zone they're playing across the field is just getting chewed up. First downs.
Lions call a timeout. They've got 2 remaining. They need a little bit of a breather. Dolphins lead at 24-17. There are 48 seconds left in this football game. The Lions have the ball, first and 10 at the Dolphins' 30. So they can tie it with an extra point if they score, or they'll probably go for 2, knowing Dan Campbell's mindset.
Yeah, Dan Campbell. I would agree. There'll be some 2-point conversion he likes.
Remember, there are no ties in preseason football.
Not playing
in the NFL.
extra.
Dolphins had a tie last week against the Bears. Hooker out of the shotgun, back to throw again. Blitz coming. It gets away from him, and now Dolphins come back, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's about it.
Boy, they blitzed him right into that, though. Great blitz.
Gained maybe a half a yard. 41 seconds left. Lions take another timeout. They've got 1 remaining. Dolphins have 2.
Yeah, he saw that blitz, and he put his eyes down and said, I got to find a crack here and see if I can't get something out of this.
First and 10 from the 30. Back to throw. Hooker. Flank pattern reception. Down to the 12-yard line goes Jackson Meeks.
There's some holes a little too big when these guys are running curls.
Well, you better tighten up near this goal line.
Boy, Jimmy. No break on it either once they see it thrown. Just a step late. But now the field gets a little smaller. Get inside that red zone, inside the 20.
They put it down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. Miami leads by 7 with 27 seconds left to play here in Detroit. Hooker, the quarterback, third year out of Tennessee.
Going to blitz. Here they come.
Here they come. They get it off, and the ball's intercepted.
Oh, what a play!
What a play! One of the great plays you'll find. The defensive end leaped into the air. Hooker didn't see him, and he just corralled the ball in his arms as he jumped high. What a play!
Ethan Robinson.
The quarterback, they sent him on a blitz.
That's as good a play as you'll ever see. Got in the throwing lane, and he comes down with it. Yeah. Wow. And he actually comes down with it.
A rookie out of Minnesota. You talk about a story to tell your grandkids in 30 years. That's one of them.
Man. What a play. What a play and a way to finish this thing right there. Jimmy, you're right. That's as good a play. We don't see those. You might not see that 2 or 3 times a year.
Maybe. It happens rarely. Usually they bat the ball down.
Yeah, oh yeah, they're wrapped up and they have no chance. Their hands are wrapped up.
But been able to control it when a quarterback is standing just a few yards away from you and trying to throw it with, precision deep downfield. And that'll do it. The final score, the Dolphins 24 and Detroit Lions 17. Dolphins go to 1-1 in the preseason. They'll wrap it up next Saturday night at Hard Rock Stadium where they host the Jacksonville Jaguars. Our thanks to Will Altoff, our senior producer of the Miami Dolphins Radio Network. Our in-booth producer is Ricardo Ranchi. Our on-site engineer is Stephen J. Gray. Happy birthday, Stephen. Thanks to our technical director back in the Miami Dolphins Radio Network studios, Jeff Stepanenko. Our thanks to Grace Sayers, our spotter, who was so terrific the last 2 weeks. Thanks, Grace. Coming up next, it's Dolphins Postgame Live with Travis Wingfield and O.J. McDuffie. So long, everybody.
This is Southwest Florida's Fox Sports Radio.
Started in Tampa back in 84, selling drywall, stucco, insulation, and more. More than 40 years in the Florida sun. We're Gator Gypsum, getting it done.
Builders and contractors, when you need drywall and stucco supplies, count on Gator Gypsum. From acoustical ceilings and exterior finishes to wallboard, steel studs and tracks, safety products, and more. Gator Gypsum and their partner companies have